Johnny Dollar.
This is the Milford Advertising Agency in Denver, Colorado, Mr. Dollar.
Advertising Agency?
Mr. Horace W. Milford would like to speak with you. Hold on, please.
Hello, Dollar.
That's right, Mr. Milford.
Yes, can you come out here to Denver to see me right away?
Well, now, look, sir, if you're interested in buying commercial time on my weekly radio program, you'll have to contact CBS Radio in New York.
No, Dollar. This is a purely personal matter that I wish to see you about, that I must see you about.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Milford, but unless there's insurance involved...
Well, yes. Yes, there is. The same company that's insured my life.
One of the outfits I work with?
Tri-Western Life Insurance Company?
Yeah, that's one of my clients.
Well, then, please, come out here right away.
Well, I'd better check first with the company and get their authorization to... What was that?
No, by all means, do not contact the insurance company. Not yet.
Well, there's a little matter of my expense account.
That will be taken care of, most adequately.
Okay, whatever you say. Now, what's this all about, Mr. Milford?
Mr. Dollar, here on the phone, I can only tell you it's a matter of preventing...
Yeah? Yes?
Of preventing a murder.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Mr. Horace W. No, to the Tri-Western Life Insurance Company. You'll see why later on. And following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the hired homicide matter. Expense account item 1, $77 plane fare. The big mainliner took off from Bradley Field in Hartford at 8:25 p.m. and set me down at Stapleton Field in Denver at the ungodly hour of 3:35 a.m. Item 2, $5 for a cab into the Brown Palace Hotel, where I added some sleep to the few hours I'd had aboard the plane. Breakfast was item 3, $1.50. And then I walked over to the office of the Milford Advertising Agency on California Street. Horace W. Milford was tall, gray-haired, and with a very dignified bearing. He got to the point immediately, and yet in a kind of roundabout way.
Mr. Dollar, I must emphasize that this whole thing must be completely confidential.
Oh? Well, now that depends.
I will pay you well, very well.
You sound as though there might be something illegal about whatever it is you want me to do.
I can only hope that you can prevent something illegal from happening, something terribly wrong.
You mentioned murder.
I said prevent a murder.
Whose, Mr. Milford? Yours?
I'll be as brief as possible, Mr. Dollar. Time is of the essence. But first, you must know some background.
Right ahead, sir.
Since my wife passed away some years ago, this advertising business and my daughter Claire have been my sole interests in life.
How old is Claire?
She was 27 on her last... now listen, please.
I'm listening.
I built this business by myself. Until 2 years ago, I made all the client contacts, planned the campaigns, wrote the copy. I bought the space and radio time, everything. And then Tony came along.
Tony?
Anthony Ferringer. He's my son-in-law.
And he works for you, Mr. Milford?
Out of pity for a young man who seemed to be struggling to make his way in the world, I gave him a job.
Oh.
And then by way of repaying me, I thought, he brought the Bonar Electronics account to this office.
Bonar Electronics Corporation. Yeah, I've heard of them. Pretty big outfit, I understand.
It means annual billings of some $2 million to us.
That's a sizable advertising account.
Now, the point is, well, he told me later, that his means of getting it were somewhat unorthodox. Unethical is a better word.
No, how do you mean?
He told me that he had something on officers of the Bonar organization, that he'd threatened exposure and ruinous scandal if he weren't permitted to handle their advertising here.
Well, now that doesn't seem possible with a big
But
company.
thanks largely to my own efforts and ideas, we have established them as one of the most important companies in their field.
Don't ever underestimate the value of advertising, huh?
Yes, to the public as well as to the company.
Yeah. Well, now, Mr.
Once
Milford...
I took over the account, young Tony was content to sit around, collect his salary and a big commission and do nothing. Nothing, that is, but constantly remind me that he had brought the business here.
I see.
But,
Now-
Mr. Dollar, were the account suddenly to go to some other agency, it would ruin me.
Oh, how so?
Buying this building, setting up the organization adequately to service such an account cost me everything I had. I'm not a young man anymore.
Well, is somebody else gunning for Bonar Electronics?
Oh, far worse than that. Mr. Dollar.
Now, wait a minute, please. I'm afraid we've got far away from the subject of murder that you talked
Mr. Dollar,
about.
far worse than his simply falling down on the job is the fact that Tony Ferringer, against my will, mind you, because I knew him well enough not to trust him, courted and eloped with my daughter.
Well, now,
and
Mr.
it wasn't because he loved her, believe me. It was only a further step in a plan to get his hands on this advertising business of mine.
You're sure of that?
He had the nerve, the audacity to say so himself. I can see him now, sitting right there where you are, with a smirk on his face, blandly telling me that now that he'd lost her, he'd have to resort to other tactics.
Oh, wait a minute.
That he'd have to take this important account away from me by opening his own agency, and that I couldn't stop him.
Wait a minute, please. You said lost her. What did you mean by that?
Because of his duplicity, what he'd done to me, because of the miserable way he treated and tortured her. Claire, my daughter, my only child. Claire took her own life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, the shock of it almost killed me, Dollar. Tony Ferringer was bringing my whole life crashing and crushing down upon my head. I hated him. With every fiber of my being, I was beside myself. I could see only one thing left for me to
Mr.
do.
Milford, please,
But
if
then,
you're leading up to
then
what I
my
think
clients
you
at
are.
Bonar came to me 2 days ago, and they told me they realized what had happened and why. And they assured me there was nothing Tony could do or say that would hurt them and that they would stand by me. Well, that straightened me out, Mr. Dollar.
Ah.
It made me realize that killing Tony, there was no point, no use in it.
Well, I'm glad of that, sir. But then I'm afraid I don't see why you sent for me.
Because it was too late.
What?
Because I had already hired a man, a professional killer.
To murder him?
Yes.
Well, then, good heavens, man, call him off.
I can't.
Sure, get in touch with him and... What do you mean you can't?
There's no possible way for me to reach him, contact him, until after he's murdered Tony Ferringer.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the hired homicide matter.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Milford. You mean there's no way to reach this hired killer to call him off, to tell him not to murder Tony Ferringer?
No, none whatever.
But look here, you can't just
Mr.
stand...
Dollar, when the only thing I wanted in life was to see him dead for all the terrible things he did to me and to my daughter, I went about arranging it very carefully.
How?
By means I don't need to go into here, I finally established a contact in the underworld here in Denver. Sort of a stool pigeon, I suppose you'd call him. A man named Eric Blinker.
Yeah?
For a price, Blinker had the killer contact me at my home.
Do you know the name of this killer?
Well, he only told me that if he felt it necessary to phone me or to contact me in any way before the job was done, he would identify himself as Blackie.
Oh, great. Then the only thing you can do is contact this Eric Blinker again.
No.
Tell him to call off Blackie. Have Blackie get in touch with you.
No, Mr.
What do you mean, no?
Eric Blinker's body was found floating down the Platte River yesterday afternoon, just before I called you.
Oh.
But don't you see, Mr. Dollar? Unless we can somehow contact this Blackie, he'll go ahead with the murder. The murder I arranged. It must not happen.
All right, how much do you know about Blackie? What does he look like?
I don't know.
But you just finished telling me that he called on you to make arrangements for the killing.
He came to my home at night. He insisted on talking to me from outside a window where I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him.
All right, did you give him any money?
$5,000 in cash.
Marked?
Huh?
Marked bills?
No.
Oh, fine.
Well, he said that if any of the money was marked in any way, that he would know about it and that he wouldn't hesitate to kill me.
All right. When was he to do the job?
He would only say by the end of the week.
And this is Friday.
This is Friday.
And you can't give me anything to go on to find this man, Blackie?
Nothing, unless he calls.
Well, if that happens, you don't need me. Mr. Milford.
Yes?
Have you told Tony Ferringer anything of this?
Good heavens, Dollar, you don't know the man. Can't you see what would surely happen if I did? He would bleed me for everything I have. Me, accessory to a plot to murder him. Don't you see what that means?
Yeah, sure I do. And if you were to call in the police, it would be just as... Oh, yeah, Mr. Milford, you've really stuck your neck in a noose.
Somehow you've got to get me out of this.
You? What about Tony? Right guy or wrong, he's the one who's going to be killed.
Well, I meant stop this thing. I don't want his blood on my hands, not anymore. Somehow you've got to stop this killing.
Oh, yeah, sure, great. But how? You got any good ideas? Hey, a phony telegram, something like that.
What?
Yeah, some kind of a message telling Tony to get out of town.
But if it weren't to reach him soon enough, or if he were to disregard it.
If you were to go to the police.
Oh, I'd sooner kill myself. I might as well.
Or contact them. An anonymous warning, maybe.
There is only one place from which Tony Ferringer might expect trouble. From me.
Mr. Milford.
Well...
Oh, I don't know. So help me, I don't know. I'm not even sure you deserve help after what you've done.
I beg you, Mr. Dollar.
Hey, you told me on the phone there's insurance involved in all this.
Well, when he first came with me, Tony had his life insured. He named some distant relative as the beneficiary.
Through Tri-Western Life?
Yes. But he didn't even name Claire in it when he married her.
Yeah, well, that's beside the point now.
Do you have an idea, Mr. Dollar? Is something, is some way...
No. I was just thinking it's not only your neck I've got to look out for now, but I got to keep the insurance company from having to pay off on Tony.
You could watch over him.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sit on his lap for 24 hours a day without his knowing it? Where is he now?
I don't know.
Well, where does he live?
Well, then you will watch over him.
We'll see. Scribble down his address and phone number for me.
Oh, yes, of course. He lives at 425.
Now, what does he look like?
About the same height and weight that you are. Here.
Very good. 425.
But his hair and complexion are somewhat different. Tony!
That's right, Papa. And who are you, mister?
I take it you're Tony Ferringer.
That's right.
Oh, Tony!
Oh, listen, you old fool. I just found out you spoiled my chances of starting my own agency. That you conned Bonar Electronics into staying with you.
No, it's because you lied to me about the way you got us that account.
Oh,
but
so
Tony,
you finally caught on.
Tony, will you listen to me?
You listen to me. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Please, Tony.
Or maybe you will. Maybe I can't stop you. But believe me, you're going to pay me plenty.
Tony, will you
How?
please
Why?
listen
I haven't
to me?
figured it out yet. But you'll pay me, Papa. Just remember that.
Wait. Oh, dear. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Just keep your shirt on, Mr. Milford. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And wish me luck. Item 2, $5 for a taxi that followed Tony Ferringer's car to a residential section east of town. And sure enough, he pulled up in front of his own home. Maybe the crazy idea that I'd suddenly got back there in the office would work. Driver.
Yeah.
End of the line. Pull around this corner and stop. All right, here's a 5 spot. Stick around for a while. Instead of walking up to Tony's front door, I sneaked around to the back, half hidden by a hedge at the side. I hoped that none of the neighbors would see me, raise a fuss, or report me as a prowler. I rang the buzzer at the back door, then stood aside, flat against the wall, so that whoever opened it wouldn't see me. I hoped.
Yes? Yes? Hello, somebody ring this door buzzer?
Yeah! And now, if the rest of this wild plan works out, in you go, Tony.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
After wasting some fine Scotch whiskey, pouring it on Tony Ferringer's clothes, item 3 was another 5 to the cabbie for helping me haul my apparently drunken friend to a cheap rooming house over on the other side of town. A place run by a frowsy old dame who called herself Ma Letcher.
Sure, mister. Just carry him up and let him sleep it off in this room here at the top of the stairs. Here, I'll open it up for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Only you ask me, somebody must have hit him with a bottle. Here you are. Well, you can lay him onto the bed. This room will cost you $1.50, though.
All right, here's a 5 spot.
Well, thanks. And who'll I tell him?
And here's another for telling him a taxi driver brought him in here. Somebody you never saw before.
Oh, don't worry. I know how to keep my mouth shut when I get paid for it. Paid good, that is.
Okay, I'll make it 10 here.
Well, mister, you ain't got a worry in the world.
Want to bet? Item 4, $1.10 for another cab back to Tony Ferringer's house. Again, hoping none of the neighbors would see me, I let myself in the back door with a key I'd taken out of his pocket. I figured all I could do now was sit around and wait until the killer showed up. But as I walked through the doorway into the living room...
Just hold it. And don't turn around, mister. Hands up high.
Blackie?
That's right, Blackie. Well, carrying a gun, huh? No, don't turn around. Just walk over to that bench now and sit down. The piano bench. There, in front of you.
Now, look, if you think I'm Tony Ferringer...
Sit down. Now, keep facing that way.
Well, I suppose I haven't got much choice.
I know you're not Tony, but you know who I am. That means you know what I was hired for. That means you know too much.
All right, now listen, Blackie.
Face front. I was afraid Eric Blinker might talk, but I didn't dump him in the river soon enough. And listen.
I'm listening.
You think I won't get Tony? Well, you're wrong. I saw you take him into that crummy rooming house. I saw what you did to him, too. He won't be moving out of there for a while. That means I have plenty of time.
Hey, Blackie,
So,
listen.
mister, I hate to do a killing without getting paid for it. But as long as you know so much, well, I'm afraid you don't give me much choice, do you?
Are you talking for your own amusement?
I'm giving you a chance to say your prayers, if you still know how.
Hey, Blackie, look,
Face
we can...
front.
Well, what difference does it make?
What?
If I should see you, I mean. If you're going to kill me...
Let's just say I prefer it this way. Are you ready?
Are you kidding? You think you're going to get away with this?
I'm absolutely sure of it. And I asked you,
Do you think I'd come here looking for you without taking precautions?
I think you've said enough. Now, do you feel this gun in the back of your head?
I could tell by his voice
Well,
that he
it's the
stood
last
directly behind me. I
It'll
put
be
my right heel
okay.
tightly against the leg of the piano
Not even
bench.
any noise because of the
And then as I felt the cold muzzle of his
Ready,
gun
mister?
against the back of my head, I suddenly
Are you ready
dropped to the
now?
floor, kicking the bench against his legs. Well, Blackie, I'm afraid your rather unique career has finally come to an end.
Listen, if you...
Down, boy, down! Nailing Blackie for the murder of Eric Stooley made it easy for me to keep Mr. Milford out of the picture completely. Nor did Blackie talk. Some code in the underworld, I guess. As for the expense account, well, in view of the fee that was handed to me, you can forget it. Tony Ferringer, incidentally, never did quite know what happened to him. Now, will somebody please give me a nice, clean case to work on? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Marvin Miller, Lawrence Dobkin, and Russell Thorson. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny. Universal Adjustment.
Sorry, Pat, but the answer is no.
Huh?
My bags and fishing tackle are all packed.
Johnny.
My plane ticket is just waiting for me out of Bradley Field. Plane's due to take off in a few minutes, and believe me, I'm going to be on board.
Well, fine.
So don't try to stop me.
Well, because what I called you about... Well, listen, Johnny.
It's no use, Pat. I'll see you when I get back, and not until.
That's what you think.
Well, now, look, there's nothing so important that it can't wait a week or so.
Wrong, Johnny. Now, listen.
No, I'm sorry, but it's no use.
But don't you see, Johnny,
All I see is that it's time for me to get out there to the airport.
I'll drive you out.
Oh, no, you won't.
Johnny, will you listen to me?
So long, Pat.
Johnny.
And so help me if he tries chasing me out to the airport.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Yeah, to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the wholly unexpected matter. Well, it looked as though even my taxi out to Bradley Field was conspiring against me. It developed a flat tire along the way that almost made me miss the plane. Oh, and that cab and plane fare, item 1 on the expense account, $163 even. Though I didn't realize that at the time it was going to be paid for by Universal Adjustment Bureau. Anyhow, I got to the field in the nick of time, jumped aboard the ferry plane for New York.
Sit right here by the door, please, Mr. Dollar,
Okay.
until we get airborne. Oh, and be sure to fasten your seatbelt, please.
Yeah, sure, miss. There.
I thought for a minute we'd have to take off without you.
Oh, not a chance. I wouldn't have missed this plane if I'd had to fly after it under my own power.
Johnny Dollar. You're the famous private investigator, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm an insurance investigator.
Oh, I listen to every one of the exciting cases you handle every Sunday on CBS.
Do you? Good. Only, believe me, they're not as exciting as they sound.
I don't believe that.
No, it's just like any other job of work.
And as for that wild expense account of yours, thousands and thousands of dollars,
That's a very touchy subject, Miss...
Claire, my name's Claire.
I mean, after all, Claire, a man has to wangle some kind of compensation on a job like mine.
You mean because it's so risky and all, and I don't blame you a bit. Are you off on some dangerous investigation now, Mr. Dollar?
No, sirree. No, ma'am. I'm heading for a place over in western Arizona, Lake Mojave Resort on the Colorado River.
I know. The place you're always going to fish.
Well, the place where I always try to get in some fishing.
That's right. Something always happens and spoils your plans.
But not this time.
You see, I do listen to your program. But now we're airborne, Mr. Dollar, so you can get rid of the seatbelt and go up to seat 11 that I saved for you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Claire.
Pleasure, Johnny, and I hope you have a wonderful trip.
Oh, believe me, nothing's gonna stop me this time. For once in my life, I'm gonna... Oh, no.
Yeah, I arranged for this seating myself, John.
Pat McCracken.
That's right. Sit down.
Stewardess! Claire!
Oh, John.
Help! Now, you listen to me,
Johnny,
Pat.
Come on, sit down and make yourself
What is
easy.
it, Mr. Dollar? What's wrong?
Give me another seat on this crate.
Oh, now, Johnny.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar, but this is the only one left, and Mr. McCracken insisted that I save it for
Oh,
you.
he did he?
You wouldn't want to stand all the way down to New York. Besides, the airline wouldn't like it.
Now, Pat... Okay. But only as far as New York.
Yes?
Yeah.
If I were you, I wouldn't be too sure.
Yeah? All right, now you listen. The minute we land in New York, where I can pick up another plane, Pat, you and I part company.
You want to bet on that?
It's an interesting fact that many of our greatest inventions and discoveries have been hit upon accidentally by doctors, engineers, or inspired tinkerers while working toward some other objective. Thomas Edison had such an accident. While working on an advanced telegraph instrument, he noticed a faint musical sound coming from the revolving paper-covered cylinder he was using. He noticed that indentations in the paper caused the needle to vibrate, and the vibrations produced the sound. Setting aside the telegraph instrument momentarily, he experimented with the principle he had accidentally discovered. He fixed a needle to a diaphragm mounted on the short end of a horn, and arranged this apparatus so that the needle would scrape on the revolving cylinder as it turned. Instead of paper on the cylinder, he used a covering of tinfoil, and then spoke through the horn as the cylinder turned, and the vibrations of his voice caused the needle to make indentations of varying depths in the tinfoil surface. After a few models had been made and tested with minor success, Edison recited into the horn the nursery rhyme, "Mary had a little lamb." Then it was played back, and for the first time in history, a machine spoke with a man's voice. Thus the phonograph was born, an invention that grew out of an ingenious inventor's attempt to produce something else. The phonograph and all its various advancements and refinements up to today's tape recording have brought endless pleasure to millions throughout the world. More importantly, they have been used for the advancement of science and culture to an incredible degree. This is just one of many cases in which the illustrious Thomas A. Edison succeeded in his efforts by following the American inventor's traditional philosophy, there must be a way. Let's find it.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the wholly unexpected matter.
When we got home from New York, I said so long and goodbye to Pat McCracken, then climbed aboard one of the big jets. But just before takeoff, who should come barging in and take the seat next to me?
Well, of course, Johnny. This is the seat that was assigned to me.
All right now, Pat. How did you know what flight I was taking out of Hartford? Which one out of New York?
Easy, Johnny, easy. I simply checked with the airline back there at Bradley Field.
Ish.
Now, instead of clamming up the way you did on the trip from Hartford to New York, let's talk about this.
I'm sorry, Pat, but I'm on a vacation, and this is one time. Neither you nor anybody else is going to keep me from going out to...
Yes?
Well...
Go ahead and say it, Johnny, to Lake Mojave Resort out along the Colorado.
How did... I mean... what makes you think that?
Well, where else in the world would you go to get away from it all for a few days?
Well, lots of places.
Not this time.
How do you know?
I'm just betting on it. That's why I dragged along all my fishing tackle.
Huh?
Sure. After hearing you rave about the place all these years, I decided it was high time I took a crack at it, too.
Now, wait a minute, just a minute.
Yes, Johnny.
You mean that when you called me back at my apartment, it wasn't about some kind of an assignment?
Farthest thing from my mind.
Oh, yeah?
Honor bright.
What? Then why didn't you say so?
So who had a chance? Well, do we go fishing together or don't we?
All right, just one condition, Pat. Not one single word of business until we get back to Hartford.
Who said anything about business? Don't you think I need a vacation now and then as much as you do?
Okay, then, okay. Now, that's settled.
That's settled, yeah. Now, make with some talk about those nice big fish that we're gonna...
Okay, Huh? What's the matter?
Nothing. Been looking at that fellow sitting up there in the seat next to the emergency exit.
Oh, what about him?
Nothing really. It's just that he looks very familiar, and what's more, I'm sure he was also aboard the plane out of Hartford.
Oh, so were several other people. Remember, the plane was full.
Yes, and I tried to tell you about the way he kept looking back at you in a funny sort of way.
Now, quit it, Pat. Just
quit
it.
It's a fact, John. Oh, look, did you see that? He gave us a quick glance and then buried his face in his magazine again.
So what?
Well, almost as though he didn't want to be seen by us.
Now, you look here,
Are you sure that you don't recognize him? That face is mighty familiar.
Well, it isn't to me, so forget it and relax and let's enjoy ourselves.
Funny little scar on his cheek when he half turned just... Johnny, are you sure you didn't...
Now, I said forget it.
Okay, whatever you say.
At Los Angeles, we grabbed another ferry plane, this one to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Johnny, look, that same man aboard, and don't tell me so what.
It was late when we arrived at the fabulous city of Chance out there in the middle of the Mojave Desert. So we grabbed a cab into the Hotel Sahara. That's item 2, $1.25. Item 3 is $16 for a suite of rooms. Item 4 is $12.20 for a couple of drinks and a good meal. Then we dropped into the casino. Oh, real excitement. Yeah, watching the little ivory ball click around the roulette wheel, the snap of cards at the blackjack table, the rattle of dice, the click of poker chips, the ring of silver dollars, and over it all, the constant chuck and whir of the slot machines. Pat and I had separated, and by some stroke of good luck, I did all right with the dice. So I hauled my stack of chips over to the cashier's cage and collected, believe it or not.
200, 300, 350, 60, $365.
Right on the nose. Thanks very much.
Yes, sir. Next, please.
Johnny, there you are.
Yeah, I sure am. Well, how you doing, Pat?
All right, fine. Now listen.
Yeah?
That man we saw on the plane.
That you saw?
Well, I saw him again a little while ago while you were at the roulette table. He was watching you, and when he saw me watching him...
Now, Pat, would
Johnny,
you... Probably, look, half a dozen people from Hartford have taken this same set of planes out here. After all, it's vacation time. A lot of people.
Okay, Johnny, I hope you're right.
Oh, sure I'm right. Now, look, let's get some sleep, and first thing in the morning, we'll head down to the lake, huh? Come on.
Well, whatever you say, only
stop worrying, will you? Will you?
Sure, Johnny, sure.
Any American accused of a serious crime has the right to a jury trial. But you also have the right to have your case decided by a jury in most civil cases when you're suing in the federal courts for damages or for the recovery of your property. Do you know when you can exercise this right? The answer is in the Constitution. The Seventh Amendment says that you can have your case decided by a jury whenever the amount involved is greater than $20. This is one of the ways in which the Constitution seeks to provide every citizen with fair and impartial justice. It is one of the ways in which the Constitution ensures that this country of yours and mine shall be our country under God.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Well, it wasn't much after the crack of dawn that Pat McCracken and I rented a car. That's item 5 on the expense account, $50 deposit. And then we headed south. 5 miles short of Kingman, Arizona, we swung right on 68 down toward Davis Dam, down to Lake Mojave Resort. Once over the mountain pass, there were miles and miles of nothing but sun-baked rock and sand, of sagebrush and Joshua trees, of tumbleweed and cactus. And then, right in the middle of it, that clear blue water of Lake Mojave. The resort itself, with everything for water sports and, more important for me, for the fishermen. Buster Favors signed us in at the office, and then...
Okay, you're number 8, Johnny. And if you and Mr. McCracken don't get limits every day...
Mr. McCracken? Oh, out here, Buster, it's Pat.
Okay, Pat.
Wow, shall we?
Oh, incidentally, you're not the only one that's out here from Hartford.
Oh, that right, Buster?
Mr. Malloy arrived late last night.
Malloy. Does that name ring a bell, Johnny?
It certainly does not. Now, will you forget about that man you saw?
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you ought to be.
Okay. Now let's unpack and go fishing.
Oh, brother, just try and stop me. Just forget all about business.
Excuse me, Pat.
What?
This calls for you.
Oh, thanks.
You mean you told somebody where you were coming?
Only my office, Johnny, you know.
Idiot.
Here you are.
Thank you. Hello?
Mr. McCracken, this is Marion at the office.
Now, Marion, I said the only calls I want out
Please,
here...
Mr. McCracken, is Johnny Dollar with you?
You know he is. Why?
That arson case you assigned him 3 years ago, the Morley warehouse.
The Morley warehouse fire?
What? What's that?
Get this, Johnny.
Yeah?
What about it, Marion?
Well, it was Mr. Dollar who told the police how to catch Danny Maloney for that job.
Yes, that's right, Scarface Maloney,
Now, when they put Maloney in state prison for it, he swore that if he ever got out... Well, he's out.
Maloney.
Did you hear me, Mr. McCracken? Scarface Maloney has escaped from the state prison over at Weathersfield night before last.
Yeah.
And if he carries out his threat against Johnny Dollar...
You hear that, Johnny?
Yeah, I heard.
The man aboard the plane with a scar on his cheek? And you wouldn't bother looking at him.
All right, now.
Okay,
wait.
Johnny, you're on the expense account.
Hey, what's this all about?
Buster, the man from Hartford. Malloy, is it?
Has he got a scar on his face, Buster?
Why, yeah, on his cheek.
Where is he?
And come to think of it, Johnny, he asked when you'd be arriving.
Where is he?
Oh, he went out fishing early this morning.
You know where, Buster?
Just up the lake somewhere is all I know.
All right, now. Did you tell him when I'd arrive?
No, wasn't sure myself.
Then we're one up on him.
Maybe.
Mr. Malloy looks like a mighty fine man to me.
Don't be fooled, Buster. Johnny, what'll we do?
Buster, you're the best judge of character I've ever known.
Thanks, Johnny.
Well, Johnny?
Pat, you and I are going fishing.
What?
I know Lake Mojave well. Scarface Maloney, he couldn't possibly know much about it. So Pat and I put on fishing clothes, took along our tackle, I took along a gun, and we headed up the lake in a fast outboard. We prowled into every wash and cove at the lower end of the lake, slowly and methodically. We saw lots of fishermen, but not the man we were looking for. Finally, well, I guess the spell of Lake Mojave was just too much for me, so I hove to at the end of a long, narrow cove with high walls of rock on every side.
Hey, why stop here, Johnny?
Well, one cast cove, Pat.
What?
Oh, look, it's just too good to pass up. Now, you drop a plug there in the corner. Just one cast, and I guarantee you a bass.
You think of fishing at a time like this?
Oh, come on now. Just try it, Pat. Then we'll go back to the main body of the lake and we'll find the...
Johnny, look.
Huh?
No, careful so he won't see you. Up on that rock that overhangs the end of the cove.
Yeah, I see him. Hiding behind a boulder.
Yeah. Look.
I see it. At least the glint of the sun.
Blued steel, Johnny.
Yeah.
I can't see what it is, but I don't need to, Johnny, because it's aimed this way.
Of all the heavenly bodies, the moon has gained such importance that it's continually in today's news. Now, to land a rocket ship on the moon, you must know the moon's exact orbit and rate of speed around the Earth. For decades, scientists were sure they knew these facts, but one man felt they were wrong and proved it. Simon Newcomb was born in 1835 in Wallace, Nova Scotia. Throughout his childhood, he amazed his elders with his uncanny perception of mathematics. While in his teens, Newcomb joined his father, who was teaching in the United States. In 1854, they finally settled in Maryland, where Newcomb also became a teacher. One day on a trip to Washington, he visited the Smithsonian Institute. From then on, he spent every free moment studying from its wonderful wealth of books. Reading book after book, he stumbled onto 4 volumes which kindled his enthusiasm into a brilliant flame. The books told of the amazing world of astronomy. Early in his new career, he became especially interested in the moon. He studied it intensely. One evening, he noticed that it seemed to be lagging a little behind its predicted schedule of motion. Surrounding himself with tables and charts, he painstakingly pursued the possible error. After exhaustive effort, he found it. An error in computation had been made back in the year 1675. If Newcomb had not discovered this error, a flight to the moon might never have been possible. Simon Newcomb, another American scientist dedicated to the principle that somehow there must be a way. Let's find it.
Now, here's Act 4 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The end of a long cove surrounded by high walls of rock, and on top, a man with blued steel in his hand, aimed straight down at us.
Johnny, with the sun in our faces, he's got the advantage of us. We're like sitting ducks down here. What do we do?
Now listen, Pat.
Yeah?
I don't like it, but it's the only way. If I rock us forward a bit, like this, it'll put my end of the boat behind the ledge.
Yeah?
I'll tie up to it, out of his sight. You'll be the sitting duck.
So what? It's you he's after.
Now, you'll be in plain sight of him, so go ahead and fish. If you get something, and I'm sure you will, make like you're talking to me, like I'm still here, huh?
And you?
Through that crevice. Do you see it there?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe I can get around and up behind it.
Oh, Johnny, that gun
It's our only chance, Pat. Now, look, I can tie us up now, with only you inside of me.
Okay, Johnny.
All right, start fishing. And believe me, brother, good luck.
Right. One cast cove, huh? Well, Johnny, we'll just see about that. Right there in the corner, huh? You mean like this?
Carefully,
Holy smoke,
slowly,
you were right. He's a lot
I
of
edged my way up the long crevice in the rocks toward the man who'd been spying on us from above. I was afraid that every step would loosen a slide of rocks and warn him. But all of his attention was on the boat in the cove below where Pat, bless his heart, was dragging out his fight with the fish. The man's back was to me, and then... Oh, wait a minute. Blued steel? Sure it was. Yeah. An old pair of binoculars. Then I slipped on a small rock.
Oh, why, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, that's right. Who are you?
Malloy's the name, Mr. Dollar. Franklin J. Why, that gun.
That's right.
Why, Good heavens, I didn't realize you were this jealous of your fishing secrets.
Now, what's that supposed to mean? Malloy, Maloney, whatever your name is?
Please put it down, sir.
Brother, you start talking.
Well, you see, it's just that I've heard so much about your fishing over here over the years.
Oh, yeah?
And when my lady friend who works for the airline back there in Hartford...
Your lady friend... what?
Well, when she told me you were coming out here again, I thought maybe if I kind of spied on you, well, maybe I could learn to catch some of the nice big fish out here the way you do.
Now, Mr. Malloy...
But I didn't think you'd go so far as to use a gun to protect...
Johnny!
Yeah, I'm here, Buster.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just thought you and Pat here ought to know about another phone call just came in.
Yeah?
Those Hartford police of yours must be pretty good.
What's that mean?
They picked up that Scarface Maloney about an hour ago, and he's back in the pen.
Johnny!
Oh, and I see you found Mr. Malloy.
Buster, please, Mr. Dollar.
I'll get to you in a minute. Hey, Buster, you take Pat out where he can catch some little bluegill or a tired old carp, maybe.
Eh?
Mr. Malloy and I are going after some real lunkers. Couple of secret spots I know.
Well, sure.
Okay, Mr. Malloy?
Bless you, Mr. Dollar.
Well, you sure can't win them all, especially when there isn't anything to win. And at long last, I got in a full week of fishing at Lake Mojave. Expense account total? Well, Pat, you add it up. After all, you're paying for it. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey. Originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Shirley Mitchell, Larry Dobkin, Sam Edwards, Barney Phillips, and Edgar Barrier. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wald speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny. This is Lou Little over here at State Unity Life.
Lou, there must be some mistake. Goodbye.
What? Oh, wait a minute, will you?
Well?
Don't hang up on me. What do you mean, some mistake?
2 solid years I had to wait for an assignment from you.
Well, I know.
Now
but
suddenly 2 calls within 2 weeks? I don't know if I can stand the shock. Come clean. What's the problem?
Problem? My only problem, Johnny, is getting rid of exactly $1,000.
Well, how nice. And I suppose you just want to hand it over to me.
What else?
You're kidding.
Am I?
You got to be.
Why did you come over here and see?
Sure, why not? Just be ready to pay my cab fare.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you ever suffer a touch of arthritis or rheumatism, and you've never tried mentholatum deep heating rub, you can't know how good its deep heating action can make you feel. As you massage it into painful areas, you feel its deep heating action. You know relief is on its way. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub is an extra strong combination of active ingredients for safe, temporary relief of minor arthritic rheumatic pain. Use greaseless, stainless Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub often.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to State Unity Life Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Well of Trouble matter. So maybe Lou Little was just leading me on. Had some real nasty case bothering him, but if it meant $1,000 in my kick, and after the one I handled a week ago for him for free, well, to repeat myself, why not? Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a cab to his office.
Not kidding you one bit, Johnny. Here you are, baby. A perfectly good check for 1,000 clams.
Well, a Merry Christmas to you, too. But what's it for, Lou?
Why don't you take a look at the signature on it?
G. Stanley Porter.
That's right.
Last week's little fracas.
After what you did for him, and considering you wouldn't even take expenses for it, well, he insisted that you have this.
Well, I thought I made it plain, Lou. That...
He insisted.
All right. I'm certainly not going to turn down $1,000.
He wouldn't have it otherwise.
Tell him thanks for me, will you?
Be glad to.
Hey, what goes around here?
Huh?
You planning a trip to the gambling halls of Las Vegas or just leaving the country in a hurry?
What do you mean?
Big stack of dough on your desk.
Oh, that.
Yeah, what goes, Lou? You must have around 5,000 here, all in small bills.
Well, pick up the change line, man. You'll find that's exactly $2,388.24. I was just about to mail out a receipt for it.
Receipt?
Yeah. Just received it in the mail from an old crackpot by the name of Jeremy R. Withers.
What's it for?
His insurance premium. What else?
In cash?
In cash, like always. He simply stuffs it into a plain brown envelope and mails it in.
Without even insuring it? He must be a crackpot.
Johnny, I've written him half a dozen times, pointing out the risk in sending this much cash in the regular mail. I've even offered to send somebody out to his place to collect it from him. But he'll have none of it.
Crazy. Stubborn as that wild old Western character, Durango Laramie Dalhart, huh?
Durango what?
That's right. You know, believe it or not, he lived in a town called Bumspung, Oklahoma.
Oh, now you're kidding.
No, I'm not really, Lou. Old Indian name. Bumspung means bad spring. Yes, Bumspung. Bad water. But at least Durango had sense enough to bring in the cash in person. Nearly 4,000 at a crack once a year. I thought maybe you might have heard my report on the case a couple of years ago.
I must have missed it. But at least old Jeremy Withers has company in his eccentricity.
Look, if you could meet some of the wacky policyholders I've had to deal with, you'd think nothing at all of Withers.
Maybe not. What are you chuckling about?
Old Durango. Boy, he gave us quite a scare that one time.
How do you mean?
Well, he brought in a stack like this one day, you know, and brother, you should have seen them. One look and you'd have sworn they were counterfeit.
But they weren't?
Now, you know what they'd done? Carefully washed and starched and ironed the money to make it look like new, just like some of these... Wait a minute, Lou.
What's the matter, Johnny?
Just hold everything a minute.
Huh?
Just hold up on that receipt for this stuff, will you?
Why? What's the matter with it?
Where'll I find this Jeremy Withers? You got his address?
Well, sure.
Let me have it.
Well, sure, Johnny. Well, what's the matter?
Just let me have his address. Expense account item 2, a dime for a phone call to police headquarters where I got some very interesting information. And incidentally gave none in return. Item 3, another $1.20 for a cab back to my apartment. Item 4, $3.97 to fill up the gas tank in my car. It was getting dark now, but I headed west on 44, then north on 202. A few miles short of Granby, I found the dirt road I was looking for, leading off to the left. Then, finally, the crossroads known as Millbury Corners, consisting of one general store, a grocery, and a filling station, where I stopped only long enough to get some local directions. The Jeremy Withers place turned out to be a tiny, square, unpainted clapboard building that sat forlornly in the middle of a small, seedy-looking, weed-grown lot. But there was a flickering light inside. I could see it even through the tightly drawn shades. No doubt an oil lamp. And when I knocked on the door...
Who is it? Who is it?
My name is Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
Dollar?
That's right, from the insurance company. Open up, Mr. Withers.
Just to leave me open up the peephole I put on this here door so as I can take a look at you first.
Go ahead.
Dollar, eh?
Here, take a look at these, my credentials, if you can see them in the moonlight.
Dollar, eh?
Come on, Withers, open up,
Just leave me get these here now chains undid. This bolt now.
Come on, Withers, you're stalling. All right now?
Just you stay outside there and tell me what the trouble is, young fella.
It's about that insurance premium of yours.
What's the matter with you, boy? I sent it all in yesterday.
I'll say you did.
In hard cash, too. Just like always. Good hard cash.
Good, huh?
Say, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about some of the 20s that were mixed in with that stack of bills. Some of the nice new ones. Like this one, for instance.
What's the matter with it?
Are you kidding? Plenty.
Just a minute, young fellow.
Just tell me one thing, Mr. Withers. Where did you get this money?
The time has come for a friendly warning. Now that the 4th of July is almost here, better keep plenty of 7-Up chilled and ready to serve. This is the sparkling drink that says a nice warm welcome to everyone who comes calling on the 4th. 7-Up has a wonderful gay sparkle and a fresh as all out-of-doors taste. Just about everybody goes for fresh, clean-tasting 7-Up. Grandmothers, moms and dads, the teenage set, even the tiny tots. It's this same clean, fresh taste that makes 7-Up just great with food, too. 7-Up wakes up your taste buds, makes whatever you're eating taste even better. Believe me, any food's a feast with 7-Up. So if you're in the business of pleasing people, and who isn't, keep plenty of 7-Up on hand for family and friends. Better order a case today. For a fresh, clean taste on the 4th of July, fresh up with 7-Up.
Now, you look here, boy. What's the matter with that money I sent in?
I said, where did you get it, Mr. Withers? I'm talking about these brand new $20 bills.
Anything wrong with it? The way you're talking, you might think it was counterfeit or something.
Counterfeit? Hardly.
No, of course not.
But it's plenty hot, believe me.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Are you trying to tell me you don't know?
How should I know?
Well, why do you lock yourself in the way you do? Not only a lock on the door, but safety chains and a bolt.
Man's got a right to protect himself, ain't he?
Against what?
Well, maybe against nosy people like you. Now, what's the matter with that money? You going to tell me or ain't you?
Sure, I'll tell you. These new bills are part of the loot from the First National Bank over in Millville.
Loot?
That's right, stolen money. Over $20,000, mostly in new 20s.
No.
I worked on the case. I had to memorize a list of serial numbers, or rather number groups, as long as your arm.
You must have a good memory, boy.
Luckily, the numbers were consecutive, all starting with 66644, so it wasn't too much of a strain.
Well, you mean you didn't solve the case?
I didn't get to first base. But you didn't answer my question. Where did you get these?
part of the money I had.
Mr. Withers, where do you get your income? Well?
From a pension, that's what.
Pension?
Anything wrong with that?
Big enough to afford an annual insurance premium of over $2,300?
So for 2-3 years, I've been able to pay it okay.
Doesn't make any sense, Withers, and you know it.
Now, look, son, I worked hard all my life. Made a right steady income. And I saved up a little bit to put aside.
Mr. Withers.
I never did like to waste what I had on fancy living and such like. So after my wife died and our kid went off and got herself married, well, I just kept on putting it aside.
Mm-hmm.
And these here last couple of years, too, I've been buying up some insurance so my daughter, she can benefit when I die. Now, anything wrong with that?
What sort of work did you do?
Flagman for the railroad company, that's what. Flagman on a railroad crossing.
A flagman. And you say that paid enough to save enough to buy the kind of policy you hold?
I told you.
Sure. Some of that money you sent the company was all right. Maybe it did come out of your pension money or whatever you managed to save. But the rest, these brand new $20 bills? Now, you better tell me about it, Mr. Withers, or would you rather tell it to a judge?
Well, all right, Mr. Mr. Dollar, did you say it is?
That's right, Johnny Dollar.
Well, maybe I had better tell you where some of the money come from.
I think you better.
Well, you see, I had a son, too. A stepson. His name was Bernard.
Wait a minute. Barney Withers?
You knowed him?
Barney the Bum. That punk and small-time bank robber who was finally killed trying to crack Security First over in Danbury.
Yes, sir.
That was right after the job in Millville and 2 or 3 others before that.
Yes, sir.
Keep talking, Mr. Withers.
Well, now, maybe it's a pretty bad thing for me to say, him being my wife's kid and all, but, mister, that Bernard was no good.
That's an understatement.
Whatever happened to him, I mean his being killed, that's all he deserved. No good bank robber.
Go on.
Well, it was my knowing about him. That's what kept me from ever putting what I had in any bank. Instead, I sort of kept it right close, where I could watch over it.
Where?
Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. Right under the floor, over there in the corner.
You better show it to me, Mr. Withers. I'd like a look at the rest of your money.
Well, it's all gone now.
Gone?
I mean, all used up. The money of my own, I mean. That's why I had to start using up some of that Bernard hid away.
What's the matter with you, anyway? First, you tell me Barney was no good because of the jobs he pulled. You say that he deserved to die for what he did.
Yes, sir.
But you don't hesitate to keep and use the money that he stole.
Well, no, I didn't steal it, did I?
Well, do you think that makes you any less guilty for keeping it and spending it?
Well, sure.
Instead of returning it to the banks that it was stolen from? Now, why didn't you turn Barney in when you found out what he was doing? You say you had no use for him.
Well, I've been looking out for myself, is all. Man's got to look out for himself, don't he?
Well, from now on, the state's going to be looking out for you.
You mean you're going to get me arrested and put in jail?
You don't think I'm going to let you get off scot-free?
Well, it ain't as though Bernard done them jobs alone by himself, is it?
What difference does that make?
Well, 'cause that partner here's killed the bank guard over in Millville. Never caught him, though.
That has nothing whatever to do with this money that... Wait a minute. You know who that partner was?
Why, no. Why else you suppose I keep myself locked in here this way, and why I took out some life insurance?
Who was he?
Oh, that rotten, crooked Jerry McNear, that's who.
And you didn't tell the authorities?
Why should I? If I had, they might have tried to make me tell them where Bernard hid the money at. The same as that McNear's been trying. Only I kept telling him I don't know.
Mr. Withers...
Don't you see? As 'tis, the police and all think McNear got all the money. And I'll tell you this, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, tell me.
Only thing that's kept that McNear from killing me off for not telling him is that then he'd never find out where Bernard hid out that money.
Well, you better tell me, Mr. Withers, and fast.
Yeah. Well, now, if I tell you where it's at, so as you can take it back, you think maybe the police, they'd go a little easier on me?
Well, isn't that pretty up? Wait a minute, what's that?
A little shutter out there on the kitchen window. Must be. Now, listen. If you're sure it'll make it any easier on me...
If all or most of that money can be returned on the basis of your information, well, of course it will.
All right, then. You know the old Hacker farm about 2 miles up the road?
No, but go on.
Well, that's where the big poplar trees and the broken-down windmill is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of broken windows in the house. Place is empty.
Go on.
That's counted nobody been living in it maybe for, 10, 15 years now. Except in Bernard when he was hiding.
And the money is somewhere in that house? Well?
Dollar?
Yes?
You sure you'll try and have 'em go easy on to me if I tell you where that money's hid?
The only thing I'm sure of is if you don't tell me, I'll turn you over to the authorities and tell them to show you no mercy at all.
All right, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, now, at the back of that old house, there's an old well. Only it ain't been used for years, and it's near empty now.
Yes?
You let yourself down by the rope on the windlass, maybe, 7, 8 foot. And there's a sort of big shelf hollowed out.
And that's where it is?
The money's right there on that shelf.
Hey.
Okay, Pop, thanks.
Jerry!
Expecting somebody else, Pop?
That's a corny line, McNear.
Keep out of this. Ready, Pop?
No, Jerry. No, listen, Jerry. Put it down. Put that thing down.
And now you.
Take it easy,
sir.
McNair.
Don't move.
Listen to me.
No, keep away from that lamp. Yeah.
Hot, tired, thirsty.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor. Oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant tender leaf tea.
Just take a spoonful of instant tender leaf.
1,
Add cold tap water.
2,
Load it with ice.
3.
You've made iced tea. New instant tender leaf is 100% pure tea. Richer, brighter, livelier tea. It's made right from the juices of ripe young tea leaves. Instant tender leaf brand. Make a pitcher full.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant tender leaf tea.
In the brief second it took him to shoot down the old man, I suddenly realized that I'd come along without my gun. In spite of smashing the old-fashioned oil lamp, the only light in the place, his first shot put a nice new part in my hair. As I rolled under the table, the other 2 shots missed me, although he must have been able to see me in the light from the fire I'd started. He stood there looking down at me at the blood running from the crease in my hair. But then, instead of shooting again, he turned away from the now roaring fire, went out the door, and took off in a car. I got thoroughly singed, dragging myself and the body of Mr. Withers outside. Then jumped into my car and headed up the dirt road, hoping I could find the Hacker farm some 2 miles away. The one with the tall poplars, the broken windmill, the windowless house. Yes, and the loot from the bank robberies. Ahead of me were the tail lights of McNear's car. The moon was full. I could see pretty well, so I cut off my own lights. After only a mile or so, he turned off to a farm that had a broken windmill, all right, but there were lights in the windows of the house. Good. He was going to the wrong place. Or else the old man had told me wrong. With my headlights on again, I finally found it. The old Hacker farm. The remains of a mailbox still bore the name on it. After a quick look to make sure I wasn't being followed, I drove in the yard and parked the car behind a clump of bushes. Then walked around the old well. With only the moonlight to go by, I lowered the bucket, snagged the rope over the handle of the windlass, and slowly went down, hand over hand, into the well, feeling with my feet around the circular brick wall for the shelf that Withers had described. It was a big square hole in the side of that wall, big enough for me to crouch in and to find, with the help of a match, the 2 battered, moldy old suitcases loaded with money, mostly 10s and 20s, literally hundreds of them. No wonder McNear had been willing to kill once he'd found out where it was hidden. But as I knelt there, wondering about the best way to load the stuff in the bucket that was now swinging down near the water at the bottom of the well.
Pretty stupid, Dollar.
What?
Got yourself into a trap, didn't you?
Did I, McNear?
You think I didn't know it was you coming down the road after me before you turned off your lights?
So you knew.
That's why I turned off at that other place, to make you think I was stopping there, so you fell for it, huh? Fell for that old gag.
Pretty smart, aren't you, McNear?
That's right. That's why I stay alive. But you're not smart, Dollar. And that's why you're going to end up in the bottom of this well feeling real dead. Kind of, I'm the guy that's got the gun. So as soon as I get a match going...
What makes you think I haven't got a gun?
And didn't try to use it while I was knocking over the old man? And you think I didn't know you were still alive back
As he
there at his
talked,
place?
I crouched there, out of his sight, and pulled off my jacket. I draped it over one of the suitcases, set my hat on one corner of it, then shoved it out just far enough for him to see it if he struck another match, in the hope he'd think it was me. Then I waited.
Yeah, I got plenty of light now. And you think I can't see your head and shoulders sticking out of that hole? You make a real nice target, Dollar, even with only a match to see you.
All right, then I'll climb on back up the rope.
Oh, no, you won't.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to shoot you right there in the well.
Now, wait a minute. Listen to me.
It's no use,
I
Dollar.
found the money. I'll make a deal with you. I'll split 50-50.
You make a deal? Ha. You're trying to stall, that's all.
McNear.
Shut up. I got to be sure of my aim before this match goes out.
Listen to me, will you?
So long, Dollar. Just as easy as that. Now, all I got to do is get down there and pick up all that nice new money. Oh! You got to be careful. There's nothing to hurry about. Not now. Well, come on. You better find that shelf.
Right here.
Dollar! I heard you drop in the water.
You heard that suitcase with my coat on it.
Let go. Let go of me.
Oh, you let go of that rope.
This time I'll kill you.
Try this, McNear.
I'll kill you.
With only one hand, try this. All he could do when he'd recovered from the shock of his fall was stand there in the water at the bottom of the well, knee-deep in the money from the suitcase I'd thrown down there, cursing me as I climbed out and pulled the bucket out of his reach. He was still there when I brought back a couple of the state police. Expense account total? Why bother with it when I'll collect such a nice commission on the loot I recovered? Not bad, you know. I mean, for one night's work. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Who did it? How did they do it? What in the world did they do? Who put the men in menthol smoking?
Alpine. That's who. Now, the menthol cigarette has tobacco flavor a man can get hold of. Alpine always tastes rich, never smokes rough. Alpine filter cigarettes.
Nice.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the most valuable violins in the world that inspires a man to murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Parker Fennelly as Mr. Withers, Leon Janney as McNear, and Alan Manson as Lou Little. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Oh, try Western Life down here in Corpus Christi.
Well, sure I know. How are you, Jackson?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You're all upset over some insurance problem.
Well, no, not really.
Well, don't tell me you called up just to pass the time of day and on the company's phone bill.
No, not that either.
Well, then?
Tell me, Johnny, did you ever hear of the Padre Island treasure?
I never even heard of Padre Island. Wait a minute.
Sure.
Are you talking about that long strip of sand and stuff out there in the Gulf?
That's it.
Runs down the coastline from Corpus almost all the way down to Mexico.
That's Padre Island, all 115 miles of it.
I didn't realize it was that long.
It sure is. Like you said, that narrow finger of land, sometimes a couple, sometimes 10 or 12 miles off the coast, goes all the way from here down to the northeast corner of Mexico.
Uh-huh.
That's why it's going to be so hard to find that old Spanish ship. What remains of it.
What are you talking about?
Loaded with Spanish doubloons. A lot of solid gold bullion and heaven knows what else.
You mean you want me down there to hunt for treasure?
Among other things.
Ah, there's a hitch to it. What other things?
Pretty good bait, though, wasn't it? That treasure fish.
What other things, Jackson?
Why don't you come on down here and see?
On expense account.
That's right, on expense account.
Okay, you've asked for it. I'll grab a plane first thing in the morning.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer and the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The Kingston Trio sings for 7-Up.
Was you ever in Quebec? Getting thirsty, mighty thirsty, loading timber on the deck, getting mighty thirsty. Was you ever in New York? Getting thirsty, mighty thirsty, loading all them barrels of pork, getting mighty thirsty. Fresh up with 7-Up, so clean tasting, fresh clean tasting, fresh up with 7-Up for a quick refreshing lift, boys.
Yes, no matter where you are or what you're doing, when it's break time, take 10 and reach for sparkling 7-Up. It's always 7-Up time, so fresh up with 7-Up.
Fresh up with 7-Up, so clean tasting, fresh clean tasting, fresh up with 7-Up for a quick refreshing lift, boys.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Western Life Insurance Company office in Corpus Christi. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the perilous Padre matter. Expense account item 1, $128 even. Plane fare and incidentals to Corpus Christi, Texas. It was late the next morning when I got there. To my surprise, Jack Price wasn't at the municipal airport to meet me. So I grabbed a taxi, that's item 2, a couple of bucks and a half, to the Robert Driscoll Hotel at the corner of Antelope and North Broadway. Checked in, unpacked my bag, cleaned up, and then proceeded to walk over to Price's office in the Katz building. But as I rounded the corner onto Lawrence Street, I passed the big stockbroker's office there and...
Okay, buddy. You feel this in the middle of your back?
I feel it.
Then eyes straight ahead and keep walking. Act natural, see?
You think you can get away with this in broad daylight?
This here now 38 caliber Roscoe is the answer to that. You keep walking or I'll blow a hole in you so big you could shove an expense account through it.
Oh, please, consider my poor sick wife and 13 starving children.
You think that soft stuff will get you anywheres? You can try it on Big Nick and the rest of the mob. We don't like you Eastern hoods cutting in on our territory, see? You try any fancy capers here in Corpus, and you're going to find out that you're the Corpus, see? Now, that's a funny, so you better laugh, see? Better not laugh.
I'm sorry, Doug, but I'm weeping because you'll never make it.
Oh, sir, you cut me to the quick. I thought that was a pretty good performance in the fine old Johnstone tradition.
Johnstone tradition, and I'll tell you this, your brother Jack will never put it in the script when he writes up this case of mine for broadcast.
I'm crushed.
All kidding aside, Doug, I'm glad to see you. How are you?
Fine, Johnny, fine. But why doesn't that brother of mine let me know in advance when you're coming down here?
Doug, are you forgetting that he can't dramatize these insurance investigations for the air until after they're done and over with?
Well, I guess you've got a point there. But how'd you find out so soon?
Well, that's just the point, Doug. I didn't.
You what?
Mr. Johnstone, I will have you know that at this moment, I haven't the least idea what I'm supposed to be investigating down here.
Well, then maybe I have.
Oh?
You were on your way to Jack Price's office?
That's right. Try Western Life over in the... Why, what's the matter?
You won't find him there.
Well, where will I... Wait a minute, what goes?
Well, Jackson Price and I have been good friends ever since I moved down here, Johnny.
I know you have.
I guess that's why his wife called me this morning to see if I knew what had happened to him. Now, when she told me that he'd phoned to you last night, asked you to come down here, well, then I wondered if you and he had gone out there together.
Going where, Doug?
But when I thought about it and realized you couldn't have got on down here soon enough for the two of you to have gone out there together last night...
Doug, going where?
Which wouldn't have made any sense anyway. I mean, going out there at night.
Doug.
But then, last night was the last she saw of him.
Doug, that bush you're beating around...
Yeah, I know. Come on, Johnny. You and I had better round up some equipment and get out there without wasting any time.
Get out where, Doug?
Padre Island.
Oh.
Yes. And let's hope that... Well, let's hope we find Jackson still alive out there.
First major toothpaste advance since fluoride. Westbrook Banvoris announcing new Ipana with hexafluoride. Contains fluoride plus hexachlorophene. Now listen, gum troubles cause more loss of adult teeth than tooth decay. Gum trouble is often caused by tartar. Thorough cleansing with new Ipana helps prevent this gum trouble because it helps remove soft film on teeth before it hardens into tartar. Help protect your gums as you protect your teeth. Brush as directed with new hexafluoride Ipana.
When Doug Johnstone spoke of rounding up some equipment, he meant getting hold of a beach buggy, the sort of contraption that was just as much at home on soft sand as on a paved highway. Turned out to be a Jeep with a set of the biggest, fattest tires on it I'd ever seen. Doug borrowed it from a friend of his by the name of Obie O'Brien, who was very, very curious about where we were going and why.
Well, I thought I told you, Obie. Johnny here is absolutely nuts about fishing.
Oh? Sure, Obie. Why else do you think I'd come all the way down here to Corpus Christi?
Well, from what I've heard about you, Johnny...
File in, Johnny. We'll see you later, Obie.
Sure, but from what I've heard about you, Johnny...
From what I've heard, Obie, we ought to have some pretty good luck over in the surf over on Padre.
Well, just answer me one thing. If you two are going fishing, where's the tackle?
Oh, we'll pick up whatever we need at my place.
Oh, fishing, huh?
Well, what else? Let's go, Johnny.
Sure.
You sure you don't want me along, too?
Now, you know that three's a crowd in this rig of yours.
Oh, it is, huh?
And besides, why should I let you in the secret of all my pet spots over there on the island?
Well, okay. Okay, I can take a hint, but I don't believe either of you guys. I mean about going fishing. And I'd still like to know, Doctor...
Obie, if curiosity killed people like it's supposed to kill cats, you'd be dead 10 times over.
So what's wrong with being curious?
O'Brien, my boy, it'll only get you into trouble.
So what's wrong with a little trouble now and then?
We'll see you later, Obie.
But at Doug's house on Hinman Drive, instead of loading up with fishing tackle, he threw in a couple of long-handled shovels, a couple of Jeep cans of extra gas, a can of water, and, most important of all, he said, was an old but well-oiled 30-30 Winchester and a box of cartridges.
You'd better throw some shells into it, Johnny. I don't like toting a loaded gun in a car any more than you do, but I think we'd better be prepared for anything.
We tore on up to the north end of town, then across the new causeway to Padre Island, through the park, then headed south on the so-called highway that stretches from one end of that long, narrow, sandy island to the other. Then, and only then, did Doug tell me what it was all about. And he unfolded one of the most fascinating bits of history I've heard in a long time.
You see, Johnny, it goes back to the year 1553, when a Spanish treasure fleet, 20 ships or more, set out from Veracruz, Mexico, loaded down with more gold and jewels than you can shake a stick at.
The treasure that Jack Price told me about over the phone.
Just let me get on to the story.
Sure, go ahead.
Now, somewhere along the line, they ran into a terrific storm. That sent 3 of those galleons to the bottom, and at least 3 of them.
No wonder there's so much treasure hunting off the lower coast of Florida.
Right.
Now, some of the ships got through that storm and kept on eastward. But most of them came back westward, hoping to get back to Mexico in safety, maybe to the port of Tampico.
Tampico?
Right. Now, that's about 400 miles south of here.
Uh-huh.
Anyhow, they must have hit another storm, because 13 of those treasure ships came aground here on Padre Island.
No kidding.
Few of the survivors managed to get across from the lower end of it to what is now the Rio Grande Valley town of Port Isabel.
I see.
And the rest of them made a tasty meal or two for the people who lived on this island. Karankawa Indians. They were cannibals.
Cannibals?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Anyhow, sometime later, a salvage fleet came on from Spain under the leadership of a Don Angel de la something or other, found most of the wrecks and took the gold off them back home.
You say he found most of the wrecks, huh?
One of them, Johnny, with its load of Spanish doubloons and bars of solid gold, is still somewhere under the sands of this island.
And Jackson has found out where?
Well, one of Jack's clients, a young fellow named Jose Pineda, found a chart in the false bottom of an old wooden chest he was about to throw out.
Here on this island?
Yeah, according to this chart, it was from one of the treasure ships, and... Hey, wait a minute. Whose car is that?
Huh?
Parked there at the side of the road.
Probably just a breakdown. There's nobody around. Go on.
Yeah, well, now this chart I was talking about called for taking bearings on a Spanish dagger plant. And the other markers were an old anchor and 3 heavy brass spikes, all of them, no doubt, buried in the sand. But now, with dagger plants around here by the thousands...
Yeah, I wondered about that. Go on, though, Doug. This buried treasure bit's getting to me.
Well, you're not the first, believe me. Anyhow, back in the 1840s, a man who'd settled here on the island, he was digging around. He uncovered a chest full of jewelry and gold coins worth over $80,000.
And that was before inflation.
Right. But the Civil War came along, brought a lot of naval activity in these waters. So the old man buried all the stuff again and fled up north.
And?
Later, when he came back to look for it, well, he never found it again.
And nobody else has, huh?
Oh, there's lots of stories, Johnny. But until young Jose Pineda found that chart...
And then found the wreck?
That's what I'm not sure of. Jackson Price is the only one he told about that chart, swore him to secrecy, at least until Jose himself could dig around a bit.
Well, how come you know about it, Doug?
Well, Jose equipped himself with all sorts of modern detecting apparatus, some kind of combination of radar, sonar, a new type of mine detector, all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then, early last week, he told Price he thought he'd found something.
Yeah?
Yeah. Told him he'd be back to Corpus day before yesterday morning at the latest, pick up Price, and the two of them would come down here and dig it up.
I see. Go on.
Only Jose was worried about something. About the man he bought some of his equipment from, a fellow named Tony Larker, kind of a beachcomber in these parts.
You thought maybe this Larker had gotten wise to what he was after?
Well, that's what Jackson thought, too. Anyhow, yesterday morning came, and Jose Pineda still hadn't shown up. Jackson got worried.
I don't blame him.
So he looked all over for Tony Larker. Couldn't find him either. That's when he confided in me. Told me that he was coming down here for a look around.
Well, did he tell you exactly where?
Well, only approximately. So keep an eye out for Price's beach buggy. It's an old Model T that he's rigged up. I sure hope he's all right. He's found Jose okay and...
Hold everything.
Yeah?
Up ahead there on the right, back of that big mass of yuccas.
Hey, you're right. Now, you've got good eyes. That's his beach buggy, all right. Hang on, Johnny.
Kind of a deep hollow in that sand.
Yeah, it's an old treasure hunting spot.
Look, Doug. Somebody's working in it. I caught the flash of a shovel.
Well, thank goodness. That means that Jackson's okay.
Skirt around that big mound on the left.
Right.
Looks a little smoother over there.
Yeah, no sooner said than done. Hang on. Hey, you were right. This is a lot better. It's a better approach to that hollowed-out spot, too. Only...
What's happened to Jackson? Where is he now?
Well, his buggy's still there.
Slow down a minute, Doug. Shouldn't Jose Pineda's car be out here, too?
Yeah, you're right.
You sure it was Jackson in that hollow?
Well, who else could it have been?
Well, why did he duck out of sight when he saw us coming? I don't like the looks of this.
He's shooting at us. Let's get out of this thing and around to the back. I'm way ahead of you. Mister, that bullet through the windshield was too close for comfort.
Wait a minute. I can just reach that old 30-30 in the back without making a target of myself. There it is.
Be careful, will you?
Stay down.
Johnny, I don't get it.
I'm afraid I do. That isn't Jackson pulling off those shots.
Well, it certainly isn't Jose Pineda. I know that he wouldn't. Larker. Tony Larker.
Sure. If there really is all that treasure out here, if Jose and Jackson found it, and if Larker found that out...
Where are they then, Jose and Jackson?
Let's just hope they're still alive. Hot, tired, thirsty.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor. Oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant tender leaf tea.
Just take a spoonful of instant tender leaf.
1.
Add cold tap water.
2.
Load it with ice.
3.
You've made iced tea. New instant tender leaf is 100% pure tea. Richer, brighter, livelier tea. It's made right from the juices of ripe young tea leaves. Instant tender leaf brand. Make a pitcher full.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. You've made iced tea, and oh, what a beautiful flavor in new instant tender leaf tea.
What'll we do, Johnny? With only a couple of sand dunes and a few Spanish dagger plants between us, we're like sitting ducks for Larker.
As long as we don't get out from behind this Jeep.
Hey, that one hit one of the tires. You hear it?
Yeah. There's another one. All right, Doug, if he wants to play at war, we can too.
You mean try to shoot it out with him?
First of all, if I can reach one of these shovels in the back, we'll dig ourselves in.
Huh?
Then, sit here and wait for darkness, which isn't too far away now.
Yeah, and then?
Well, there are two of us, Doug. Maybe if we handle it right, we can surround him. You feeling brave, old boy?
Johnny, I'm just as scared as you are.
Okay, then, let's map out our plan of action. We didn't have to wait for dark. Old Mother Nature suddenly stepped in and gave us a hand with one of the quickest, windiest, wettest thunderstorms that ever came up out of the Gulf. Doug and I separated then, he with that 30-30 rifle, me with the only handgun that I always carry. In the darkness, he circled wide to the right, firing an occasional shot in the hope of drawing the fire and the attention of Larker, there in the protection of that big hollow in the sand. Most of the light now came from the lightning, and I ran and stumbled over the dunes through the clumps of yucca. Then as I got close, got down on my belly, as I was about to make the sneak into the hollow... Oh, no!
Johnny! Johnny! Larker's got away!
I heard him take off in Price's car.
Only thing we can do is go back to our buggy and...
Those tires.
Yeah. How are we going to get... Hey, Johnny, look. Did you see them?
Two of them down there in the hollow. Come on. Jackson.
Johnny.
Jack. What happened here? That bullet crease on the top of your head.
Larker.
All right, Jackson, take it easy now.
But Jose...
Yes, I see. Judging by those bullet holes, one in the chest and one in the head.
It was Larker.
Yeah. Looks like a murder case now.
But what happened, Jackson?
I met Jose on the road. His car had broken down early this morning.
That was the one we passed a couple of miles back, Johnny.
Yeah.
I should have recognized.
Go on, Jackson.
Well, he'd found the treasure. Was on his way back to get me and some shovels, and
he found the treasure here in this hollow?
No. I don't know where he found it. But that's when we saw Larker prowling around, keeping an eye on us.
So to throw Larker off the track, you and Jose started digging around here in this hollow.
Yeah. But then Larker came up to us with a gun. He shot Jose, and I guess this one on my head knocked me out. I don't remember anything till you came.
All right, Jackson.
Now, one thing, Jackson, before we got out here. Do you know where Jose found the treasure?
Well, that's something he's going to tell to me.
What?
Larker.
I know. Watch it, boys. Just drop those guns in the sand.
Johnny?
You better do it, Doug.
Well, okay.
So I fooled you, huh? Taking that buggy away from here and then coming back on foot?
So you fooled us. Well?
Too bad, boys. For both of you. So now I gotta kill you. The both of you.
Mark, you listen to me.
You listen. Price is gonna stay alive long enough to tell me where his pal Jose found the treasure. I know it ain't here because I dug down and looked for it.
Larker, if you think for
You'll
1 minute...
tell me all right. After you've laid out here in the sun for a couple of days.
Did I say that I know where it is?
What, are you trying to bluff? Now just shut up. But you two, the both of you, are gonna die. You ready?
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, no. You want it first, huh? Okay, you're gonna get it right now.
Obi!
What?
Stay away, Obi.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Try this. Oh, and this.
Grab the gun, Doug.
Oh, you bet I will.
Oh, Obi. Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure, Johnny.
Whatever brought you sneaking up on us in the rain this way?
Well, doggone, I told you guys you should have let me come out here with you. Had a terrible time tailing along in my other car without you seeing me.
Oh, Obi, you did all right.
Yeah, but what do I get for all my trouble? Soaked to the skin and a handful of sore knuckles. Oh, that locker's tough, Johnny.
Well, he's not nearly as tough as the sentence he's going to serve. I'm afraid the secret of its location, there on Padre Island, died with Jose Pineda. Unless, of course, somebody happens to find out where he hid away the chart. But you can bet your bottom dollar there'll be plenty of people looking for it. Maybe even Jack Price and Obie O'Brien. As for Doug, he says he's had enough of it. Expense account total, including a suit of clothes for Obie and a couple of new tires for his Jeep, $485 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you ever suffer a touch of arthritis or rheumatism, and you've never tried mentholatum deep heating rub, you can't know how good its deep heating action can make you feel. As you massage it into painful areas, you feel its deep heating action. You know relief is on its way. Mentholatum deep heating rub is an extra strong combination of active ingredients for safe, temporary relief of minor arthritic rheumatic pain. Use greaseless, stainless mentholatum deep heating rub often. Now here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the dirtiest rackets I've ever had to deal with. To say nothing of the man behind it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Louis Van Ruten as Doug, Larry Haynes as Tony, Maurice Tarplin as Price, and Lawson Zerby as Obie. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Stuart Metz speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Foreman.
There's the welcome voice. Hi, Earl. How are things down there in nice, warm, sunny Florida?
Nice and warm and sunny.
Oh, it's a lot more than you can say for up here in New England. We've just been hit over the head with a cold, wet spell, and anybody as wants it can have it.
Well, what's even more important, Johnny, the fishing is red hot.
Okay, all you have to do is cook up some excuse for me to hire myself down there on expense account. How about it?
Well, I can try. Let's see now.
Well?
One broken ankle.
What?
I said one badly busted ankle. You think that'll do for it?
For what?
The excuse you want to come down here and take over a little chore I'd handle myself except for this bum ankle of mine.
Earl, if you really have a broken ankle, I'm sorry to hear it.
I really have.
What is this little chore that you're talking about?
A visit to one of our clients. Lives down the road a piece.
You want me all the way down there just to call on a client?
Why not?
You think the Home Office would okay all my expenses just for that?
When I remind them of all the thousands, maybe millions you saved them over the years,
Here,
why not?
here. Just a call on a client, huh?
Honor bright.
Well, I don't believe it, Earl. There's something fishy about this.
Nah, you know me better than to say a thing like that, Johnny.
You mean I know you just well enough? Not once have I gone down there supposedly to fish without running into a burglary or embezzlement, arson, murder, mayhem, or what have you, and been lucky to get back here in one piece. So come on, Earl, come clean. What is it this time?
I told you, Johnny.
Okay. I guess there's only one way for me to find out.
Good. I'll be waiting for you.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer and the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company branch office in Sarasota, Florida. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wrong One matter. Expense account item 1, $87.70 for a cab to Bradley Field, then plane fare to New York to Tampa to Sarasota. Item 2, $3 for a taxi to the office on Main Street that Earl Pullman shares with Don Boomhauer, a prominent realtor in those parts. Earl, the lower part of his right leg in a plaster cast and a crutch under his arm, hobbled around pretty uncomfortably.
Sit down, huh? Are you kidding? That's all I've been doing now for nearly 2 weeks, ever since the doc put this blasted cast on my ankle.
Earl, would you like me to autograph it like the kids do?
No, thanks. Seriously, Johnny, this darn thing has been driving me nearly crazy.
I don't doubt it, Earl. I'm awfully sorry.
Sitting around the house doing nothing day after day, and Mike having to play nursemaid to me all the time. Why, do you know this is the first day I've even been down here at the office?
How is Mike? Be sure to give her my love, huh?
Well, give it to her yourself. You'll be staying with us, you know.
Fine.
Anyhow, I suddenly got the idea that if you'd come down here and run the boat, well, we could go out in the Gulf, tie into some whoppers, and maybe it'd take my mind off this thing for a change.
You know something, Earl? That is the best idea you have had in years.
Yeah, well, I didn't think you'd object too strenuously.
That talk about a job for me to do while I'm here was just a bluff.
Not a bit of it. Here, help me to sit down, will you?
Sure. Just take it easy now, old man.
Now, don't give me that, you...
All right. I got it. I got the crutch here. I'll set it right here. There we are.
Now, in the corner of the desk, that letter, you see it?
This one?
Yeah. Mailed only yesterday.
You call this a letter? On a piece of wrapping paper.
Read it, Johnny, if you can.
Well, I can try. Dear, double-E-R, dear Mr. P-U-R-E, Pure Man?
Never mind the spelling. It means poor man.
I hope so. You know, anybody who thought of you as being pure would be out of his mind, Earl.
Okay. So you made a funny.
No, I was absolutely serious.
Okay, just forget the bad spelling and translate the best you can.
All right. Dear Mr. Poor Man, if your company don't want to pay off my insurance real quick, come see me real quick. Account of my pal, B-L-E-A-K, Bleak.
Blake. Johnny Waldo Blake is beneficiary.
Oh. On account of my pal Blake is away... What?
Gatorin.
And can't help me, so you better hurry. S-I-N, signed, Mr. Emmett?
Emmett Dennery, the client I mentioned over the phone.
Ooh, I'll say this for your Mr. Emmett Dennery. He is no mental giant.
Well, he is still a client.
How much of a policy, Earl?
$2,000 straight life.
$2,000?
That's a lot of money to some people.
Well, I know it is, but is it enough to justify my expenses all the way from Hartford?
Well, now you know the real reason why you're here.
Ah, you are a good man. Who is he, Earl? What's this letter mean?
Johnny, Mr. Emmett Dennery is a client I've never even seen. All I know about him is what Pete Fisher told me.
Fisher?
Yeah, he held down this office before I took over. He died 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh?
Well, anyway, Emmett Dennery and his pal, Waldo Blake, are a couple of old crackers, live down in the swamps, down the Everglades.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they scrape out a living, trapping and killing animals, and then selling the hides. Anyway, it looks like Emmett's pal is away somewhere, gatoring. That means after alligators.
I thought it was illegal to kill alligators in this state.
Well, sure it is. Anyhow, Emmett wants somebody to go to see him. Well, here you are, and we can justify your expense account to the company. And after you've paid your little visit to him, you and I can do some serious fishing. Okay?
Earl, it sounds to me as though he's pretty scared of something. This part here. If your company don't want to pay off my insurance real quick.
Only thing he needs to be scared of, Johnny, is a game warden. I'd bet on it.
I wonder. Do you know where he lives?
Well, here, I can show you. On this map that Fisher had the foresight to pin on the policy. Here you are.
You call this a map?
Here. Sarasota.
I'd never know it.
And here's Fort Myers, so this has to be the main highway, the Tamiami Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And this, well, maybe it's only a wagon track right into the Everglades. And right here is where Emmett's supposed to live. Think you can find it?
Well, I can try.
Okay. Now, you take my car, drive me home, and then get on your way. And as soon as you get back here, if it's still daylight...
Earl.
Yeah?
If I remember right, this Everglades country can be pretty dangerous in spots for somebody who doesn't know his way around.
Oh, you make out all right. You did the time before, didn't you?
Oh, sure.
So, what do you got to worry about?
You tell me. Yes, on my previous expedition into the Everglades, I had made out all right. But that time I'd had a guide, a young Indian boy by the name of Ben Osceola. Which, by the way, brings up an interesting point. Nearly all the Indians who inhabit that section of swamp call themselves Osceola. It's a long, famous name among the members of the Seminole tribe. At any rate, if I could find him again... And according to the map Earl had given me, the chances were pretty good. So, after dropping Earl off at his home on Oyster Bay and staging an impromptu, passionate love scene with his wife, Mike, who is a living doll, and Earl on his crutch couldn't do a thing about it anyway except howl with pretended rage, I got behind the wheel and headed south on 41, the Tamiami Trail. At Fort Myers, I turned left on 82 into the Everglades and headed right into the middle of the big cypress swamp country. A few miles below Sunnyland, I found a pair of wagon tracks that the map had shown barely passable in the car I was driving. But this was all to my liking because I was in the same part of the swamp that I'd been in once before during the previous assignment. There in a clearing on the edge of a sort of a bayou was a little unpainted house. And from it a tall, husky young Indian emerged. In his hands, aimed straight at the car and at me, was a .30-30 rifle.
Wait a minute. Aren't you Ben? Ben Osceola?
You call me Ben?
Sure. Don't you remember me?
Mr. Johnny.
That's right. Johnny Dollar. Remember?
Yes. Our old friend. I welcome you, Mr. Johnny.
Well, thank you. It's nice to see you again, Ben. And I wonder if you can help me again.
If I can, Mr. Johnny, I will be glad to.
Ben, I'm looking for a man by the name of Emmett Dennery.
You, want to see that old man?
Yes. Does he still live around here somewhere?
So far as I know.
Well, good.
But he is not our friend.
Oh? You Indian people, been having some trouble with him?
No, but we have nothing to do with him.
Why is that, Ben?
Because he and the other, the one they call Lefty.
Will that be Waldo Blake?
Yes, Lefty Blake.
What about him?
They do not obey the law. They take much game they should not take. They live and hunt on our land, our Seminole land.
I see. Ben, have your people been getting rough with them?
No, Mr. Johnny. But we stay far away from them. We do not wish to soil our hands or minds by any contact with them. They are taboo.
What you're saying, then, is that if
somebody is bothering Dennery, it is not your people.
That is right.
And you say that in spite of the way you seem to feel about him.
Yes, Mr. Johnny.
When did you last see him, Ben?
Many years ago, as a child. At least I think it was.
How do you mean?
They looked so much alike that few could tell them apart.
Oh? I see. Ben, if you still have an airboat that can ride out over this swamp, have you?
Back in my house.
Well, can I hire you to take me to where Emmett Dennery lives?
No, Mr. Johnny.
No?
I must not go there. It's taboo among my people.
I see. Well, look, just look here now, Ben. If this map means anything, it can't be too far from here.
And you can take my airboat yourself.
All right. And I'll pay you for it.
Well, that is not necessary.
Oh, it is as far as I'm concerned. Here you are. Would 20 be enough?
Thank you. You will buy many shoes for my children.
Well, I'm glad, then. You can give me some directions. This map, I'm afraid, isn't too good.
Oh, yes. I am sorry I cannot go with you, Mr. Johnny.
Well?
It might be better if I could.
What do you mean by that, Ben?
From what I have heard about these men, you must be very careful.
Ever ride one of those airboats? It's a flat-bottomed aluminum hull about 12 feet long, and the bow is squared off instead of coming to a point. Two precarious little seats are propped up high in the middle of it. And at the back is a motor with an airplane propeller. They're safe, all right, but tricky, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, I climbed aboard and took off. And brother, I mean took off. It's quite a ride, believe me. That half-planing, half-skipping over the shallow water. Perched up there on the spindly seat, I kept waiting for it to flip as I tore on out across the bayou, then wove my way through a network of narrow little rivers, over spots that in some places were nothing more than wet swamp grass. No wonder an ordinary underwater propeller couldn't be used. The darn thing would be hung up in the weeds and grass in no time. Every now and then I had to swerve quickly to avoid a half-submerged log. Or was it a huge alligator? There were more rattlesnakes and cottonmouth moccasins out there than I'd ever seen before. All sorts of animal life, and thousands of birds that rose in alarm as I fairly plowed through them. Finally, I came to a couple of acres of high ground, of brush and trees that stuck out like an island there in the middle of the swamp. At one end of it was a decrepit old clapboard shack, surrounded by row after row of drying frames with skins on them, mostly the hides of raccoons and alligators, curing in the sun. There was no one around. At least there was no one inside. As I beached the airboat as close to it as possible, jumped off, and headed for the old cabin, I wondered if Emmett Dennery, like his pal Leslie Blake, was somewhere out in that swamp, gatoring, collecting game. The reason Dennery had given in his letter for being alone, for needing help. I didn't have to wonder for long.
Mr. Dennery? Mr. Dennery? Anybody here? Hello?
Well, let's see now. Oh, good. Seems to be open. A dank, fetid odor met me as I pushed open the rickety door into the dark, windowless, one-room shack. It was almost nauseating. And after the bright sunshine outdoors, it took my eyes nearly a minute to see anything in that dark, gloomy interior. There was no covering on the floor except the dirt, of which there was plenty. For a table and chairs, there was nothing but old crates and boxes clumsily nailed together. On one side, near the door, was a beat-up old wood stove with half a dozen filthy pots and pans at one end of it and a stack of dishes, long unwashed. As I half stumbled over an old rusty bread box lying on the floor, a huge rat scurried out of it and ran out the door. I wondered what sort of slovenly so-called humans could possibly live in such miserable, reeking squalor. Then I noticed the ragged draperies hanging across the far end as a sort of divider for the room. I felt that even to touch them would be to contaminate myself, but nonetheless I pulled them aside. There, on a rude cot, dressed in tattered jeans, a dirty shirt, and a pair of high-top lace boots, lay the body of a man. I'm no expert at such things, but even a cursory examination told me that he'd been dead for several days. There was a torn, grimy coverlet on the floor, and I started to pick it up to lay it gently over him.
Don't you move now, mister.
What?
Unless you want me to blow your head off. Whether you move or not, I think I'm doing it anyhow.
Hi, sports fans. This is Pat Summerall, glad to be back with the Frost on the Pumpkin and other signs of the football season. Monday through Saturday nights on this CBS radio network station. Let's join forces for a sports time rundown on the grid scene and the other major sports. Don't forget now, every night but Sunday, this is your address for sports time, presenting all the latest in the world of sports. The name of the game, again, Sports Time, right here.
When I heard the voice in back of me coming from the doorway of the old cabin, I half turned, reaching for my gun, but I found myself staring into the barrel of an ancient high-powered rifle with the hammer of it pulled into firing position. And in back of that gun, one of the most disreputable-looking characters I've ever seen. He was about 60, I'd say, maybe 5 feet 3 or 4, a wrinkled, weather-beaten face, scraggly, dirty gray beard. He was dressed in khaki pants and shirt so badly worn it was a wonder they held together on his wiry little frame, and in his eyes, peering out from under the remains of an old army hat, under long, bushy eyebrows, reminded me of the eyes of a snake. And there was a hint of madness in them.
You got a gun. I seen you reach for it. You just turn around now and keep your hands up real high.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I take it now, that gun of yours. Like this.
Well?
Hey, is this a pretty one?
I'm glad you like it.
You sit down right there on the floor.
Beside this?
Yes, sir, beside him. County, you the one that killed him, ain't you?
No, that's where you're wrong, old-timer.
Sit down. You see this gun? Sit down.
I guess I have no choice, have I?
You got no choice.
Okay. On it.
With both your hands, you keep them flat on the floor now. Go on.
You're holding the gun.
I know. Stay out in the swamp too long. All week I stay out in that swamp. I come back here to find my pal. Find you killed him. You killed him at dinner.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah, so now...
No,
now
I said wait a minute.
I kill
now,
you.
You take a good look at that body and you'll see that he's been dead for days. 4 or 5 days at the least.
You say that. Now shut up.
So this is Emmett Dennery,
Yes, sir, my pal.
You're Waldo Blake?
I'm Waldo Blake.
Well, then you're his beneficiary.
I be his what?
You mean to tell me you didn't know Emmett carried a lot of insurance?
He never tell me that.
All right, then you listen to me.
Well, sure I listen. But, don't you move from here now.
Look, I'm from the insurance company. Emmett Dennery's life was insured for $2,000. And if you're Lefty Blake, that money goes to you.
Wee! $2,000?
$2,000.
But, I know you're really from the insurance.
Would you like to see the money?
Uh-huh.
All right, then, here.
Now, you be careful now.
All right.
I still got this gun right on you.
All right, here now. You just look through this wallet and see for yourself.
You just drop it gentle on the floor.
All right. Now, go ahead. Count the money.
Yes, sir. Only look, you ain't got no 2,000 here. You ain't got...
You old boy, you ain't got no gun no more.
Let go me now.
Now, stay there. Right there in the corner, you crazy old coot, and don't move.
Now, you listen.
Now, you listen to me, and for your sake, I hope a coroner's examination doesn't show this man was murdered.
Murder?
Yes, because you'd be the only suspect.
No, I never killed him. I didn't. I didn't.
Well, frankly, I don't think you did either. It was probably a natural death.
Well, yes, it really was. It really was.
You're sure of that?
Well, what I mean is...
Yes, you're sure, all right. That's what gave you the big idea, isn't it? You just couldn't miss a chance at that $2,000 insurance that you've been paying on all these years.
Me?
Yes, you. I knew there was something wrong the minute I saw this body because of that letter to the insurance office. Because it was only mailed yesterday, wasn't it?
Well, how should I know?
Stop bluffing now. It's a little late for that. That letter signed Emmett Dennery asking somebody to come out here was mailed only yesterday. But you know as well as I do, this man has been dead for 2-3 times that long. In other words, you wrote that letter in the hope we'd come out here and pay you off on the so-called death of Emmett.
Now.
Sure, with the two of you living out here alone, cut off from the rest of the world, nobody really ever sees you. You figured nobody'd know it was really Lefty. Lefty Blake who had died.
You can't prove it's Waldo?
Can I? Well, let's see now. For a starter, well, let's take the laces on his high-top boots.
Huh?
The way they're tied, the direction of the knot. You ever see a right-handed man who tied a left-handed bow knot like this one? Let's see what else we can find.
No, that's enough. Don't you see? After all the years of me paying out on that insurance, having Waldo die first, nobody else to leave it to.
You could have cashed in that policy legitimately and probably have got back most of what you put into it. But now, after the switch you've tried...
Oh, me. What'll they do to me now?
For attempted fraud? Plenty. But that's up to the company.
Oh, Lordy, what will they do to me?
You better come along with me and find out. Emmett Dennery. So there you are, Earl. Like I said to the old rascal, it's up to the company now. As for the total on my expense account, well, let's wait until I can sort up the cost of all the fishing we're going to do. Okay? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Before I do that, I'd like to extend a word of welcome to a new radio station joining the CBS radio network today. It's WNEB Worcester, Mass., an important new link in our coast-to-coast family of CBS radio network stations. For WNEB listeners starting with this broadcast, a Sunday workout with us, and throughout the week, the listening only the CBS radio network has to offer. Welcome, WNEB Worcester. Next week, a fishing guide who turns out to be a guide to murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced by Bruno Zerato Jr., directed by Edward Oates, music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Martin Blaine as Earl Poorman, Bill Lipton as Ben, Jim Bowles as the Man. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. History from where it breaks nightly in The World Tonight on the CBS Radio Network.
This is WROW Music, Albany, New York.
Do you know a new family just moving to your neighborhood? Welcome Wagon would love to welcome them. Welcome Wagon helps all new neighbors to feel welcome and wanted here in the Capital District. Each gracious Welcome Wagon hostess brings baskets of gifts from Tri-City merchants. She brings greetings from the community to these newcomers, answers questions everyone wants to know about the Tri-Cities. You can make sure your new neighbors benefit from Welcome Wagon service. Just call State 59640 and give the Welcome Wagon hostess the name and address of your new neighbors. She'll call on them and present them with a basket of gifts from civic-minded businessmen. You'll be helping your neighbor and your Welcome Wagon hostess who carries on this valuable community service. In the Albany, Troy, Schenectady metropolitan area, call State 59640. That's State 59640 for Welcome Wagon.
Johnny Dollar.
Tell me, old boy, how's the weather?
Cold, wet, and miserable, and who are you?
Charlie Warren, Johnny, out here in warm, sunny Southern California.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Don't I know it. I spent too many long, cold winters at the home office there in Hartford not to know it.
You're still with Worldwide Mutual?
Sure am. Always will be, I guess, unless they try to move me out of this Los Angeles office. Boy, when I think how you must be suffering back there in New England with all that cold and snow and sleet.
Okay, Charlie, don't rub it in. We can't all be as lucky as you are, and just think of all the beauty you're missing.
Yeah? Like what?
The clean, crisp, invigorating air, the sparkle of the sun on sleet-covered branches, the sound of sleigh bells, rolling fields drifted high with pure white snow.
And all that mud and slush you have to plow through there in town, and don't tell me otherwise.
Okay, you've made your point. I'm feeling even worse than I did before you called. Now, what's on your mind?
Any good reason why you shouldn't be out here enjoying the sunshine, the warm breezes, the smell of orange blossoms, the palm trees, and beautiful broads barging around in bikinis, and all the other delights of this subtropical paradise, and I want a badge from the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes.
What?
Money.
Well, now, that's no problem.
Oh, it isn't.
Well, why should it be? When the company's going to pay the freight. Provided, of course, you keep that crazy expense account within reasonable bounds, but just once in your life.
Oh, Charlie, you touched me to the quick. Have I ever done otherwise?
Oh, no.
I mean, except for an occasional nickel or dime here and there.
Or an occasional C-note now and then.
Well, after all, Charlie.
Well, seriously, Johnny, I need you. I need your help. Are you free to fly out here?
I don't know why not.
Okay, now, according to my watch, it's a little after 4 p.m.
And according to the clocks here in the wilds of Connecticut, it's a little after 7.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now, look, suppose I take a prop job that'll give me time for a little sleep along the way, and I'll see you first thing in the morning. Okay?
I'll meet you at the airport.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer and the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Cinder Elmer matter. Expense account item 1, $176.40, taxi to Bradley Field and a plane ticket. It was close to midnight by the time I could get a flight out of Hartford. I don't know why so many people have to travel this time of the year. And it was nearly 3 by the time my plane in New York took off and headed west. All my plans to sleep along the way went to pot. Not only because of the several stops we had to make, but because of the cute little brunette who occupied the seat next to mine. A real charmer on her way to L.A. for a winter vacation, and did I have any ideas for how she might enjoy herself out there on the coast? Did I have ideas? But after we landed, then she introduced me to the blonde giant who met her there at the airport and took her in tow. Well, who am I to argue with a man who plays right tackle for the L.A. Rams football team? Anyhow, I was sadly lacking in sleep when Charlie Warren finally found me at the luggage stand, picked up my bags, and led me out to a car parked at the curb.
Oh, here you are, Johnny. I'll just toss these bags in the back. Hey. Here, Johnny, here's the keys.
To a nice, quiet room with a soft bed in it.
Are you kidding? To this car.
Oh, Charlie, why don't you drive?
Well, this is one of those rental jobs.
Hmm?
Sure, my car's over there in the lot.
Oh, and I had him throw in a set of chains.
What, you mean skid chains?
Yeah, up where you're going. You're going to need
In sunny Southern California?
Excuse me. Let me get my glove compartment.
Be my guest. You mind telling me just where I'm going and why?
Now, here's where we are, see? L.A. International Airport, see it?
I'd rather see a comfortable bed, Charlie.
Now, you go north on Sepulveda Boulevard to Manchester. East to Harbor Freeway, turn north, then east on the San Bernardino Freeway.
I do,
Yeah. San Bernardino's maybe 65 miles or so. Then you turn north here up into the mountains, see? And there's Crestline. There you are. At least that's where you can get directions to Hillcrest Lodge.
I can.
Oh, boy, I wish I could go along with you. That's the most beautiful country up there this time of year.
It really is.
75 or 80 degrees of hot smog down here. And up there at 5,000 feet altitude, it's all covered with snow. Beautiful.
Oh, Charlie, you're a dirty dog.
What?
Over the phone, you give me the Chamber of Commerce pitch to get me away from an eastern winter, and when I get out here...
Yeah, but this is different, Johnny. You'll love it. Skiing, tobogganing, magnificent view of all the peaks up there on the Rim of the World Drive. It's right near Lake Arrowhead, you know.
No, I didn't know, and what's more, I don't care. Unless I can get a little sleep, Charlie, I can...
Sleep? Johnny, up there in that clean, clear, crisp, cold air on that high altitude, you'll sleep like you've never slept before.
You mean like sometime tonight?
Sure.
If I'm lucky.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you still haven't told me what kind of a case I'm supposed to be working on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Disappearance, Johnny. Name is Bartley Harmon.
Bartley Harmon?
Uh-huh. He and his wife, Nora. Real good-looking doll, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And his business partner, a man by the name of Elmer Wrightson.
Yeah?
Well, like they always do this time of year, they all went up to Crestline, Hillcrest Lodge for a few days.
So?
Nora phoned me just before I put in that call to you. Seems the poor little shrimp took off.
Poor little shrimp?
Yeah, her old man, Bartley.
Oh.
Both he and his partner, Elmer Wrightson, stand about 5'3", about 115 pounds, wringing wet. Look almost like twins.
I see. Go on.
Well, not that Nora. Bartley's wife. She's a good 5'11", but Johnny boy, I mean good. She's built like an Olympic champion, blonde, beautiful, and wow.
I'll take your word for it. Now, what happened to Bartley Harmon?
Well, he took off for a tramp in the snow, and he suddenly and completely disappeared.
Oh?
Sheriff's Department put out an APB in the whole area, but nobody's seen hide nor hair of him.
Go on.
And Johnny, that San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, well, they know their way around out in that country. If they haven't been able to find him, Bartley Harmon is really lost. And with the way it gets cold up in those mountains, well... Anyhow, sheriff's boys are expecting you. They'll cooperate.
Just what is your stake in him, Charlie?
Got him insured for $200,000. Accidental death, double indemnity. If he's fallen off a rock and busted his neck or into a chasm or something.
Now, Charlie...
And on top of everything else, heart isn't too awfully good either. Of course, if somebody... Well, you know what I mean.
No, I'm not sure I do. Does Bartley Harmon have a lot of enemies?
Not that I know of. For that matter, I don't think he has any real friends either.
Tell me, who would benefit by his death?
Well, of course, the business will all go to his partner, Elmer Wrightson.
Mm-hmm. How do they get along?
Only because they have to, I guess. Keep the business going.
I see. And the insurance goes to his wife?
All goes to Nora.
And how do they get along?
Well, she's a beautiful dame. He has a lot of money, and, well, she's a lot younger than he is, you know.
No, I didn't know.
Now, wait a minute, Johnny. Somebody did murder him. Well, you mean... You think that maybe one of them?
Charlie, I think I better get on up to Crestline.
Here's a friendly and important reminder from your postmaster. This is the time of year when the post office handles its biggest volume of mail. The extra load often takes extra time. So if you want your cards and packages to arrive at their destination before Christmas, mail early and often. Make sure addresses are clear and correct. Use postal zone numbers and send your cards by first-class mail. For a merrier Christmas, shop early, mail early.
That long, hot drive through the valley to San Bernardino, San Berdoo as the natives call it, almost did me in. I really felt the lack of sleep. But then as I swung up into the mountains, and at the 4,000-foot level had to put on snow chains and turn up the windows, well, it really is beautiful country up there. Not only because of the white, clean snow, but the mountains, the magnificent big pines anchored to the sides of them, and the colorful, picturesque little cottages. At Hillcrest Lodge, I found that a young fellow from the sheriff's office, Roy Turner, was waiting for me. After helping me up to my room with my bags, he got right to the point.
I can't say that I like this situation, Mr. Dollar. Not a bit.
Why, Turner?
Call me Roy.
All right, call me Johnny.
Well, Johnny, simply because of the people involved.
Man falls in love with partner's wife and does away with said partner?
Not a chance. At least there's no chance you'd give him any kind of a break. I'd bet on it.
Why?
Because Wrightson is the same kind of homely, pedantic, facts and figures little shrimp as her husband Bartley is. And there's no question but that she's had enough of him.
Enough to want to get rid of him, Roy?
Well, Harmon's worth a lot of money, I understand. A lot of insurance, too.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's a much younger, good-looking, athletic... Well, where do you see her?
I'd like to.
You will. And don't think for a minute she doesn't make the most of it, of what she has. Johnny, for the few days they spend up here every year, she brings along enough expensive clothes to sink a battleship. In addition to snow and ski and skating outfits, I mean. She has a whole trunk full of shoes alone. Anyhow, we're making sure that she sticks around. Wrightson, too, for that matter.
Roy, if they're all on such lousy terms, why do they come up here together?
Only because she likes it so much. So Bartley tags along to keep an eye on her.
And Mr. Wrightson?
To keep an eye on him, I guess.
I take it you've combed the hills around here pretty well.
As thoroughly as we know how.
Mm-hmm. What about all those little cabins that I've seen around?
Been through them all. Apparently, Harmon headed over toward Old Ironside. That's just north of here. Has a sharp face on it where the snow doesn't stick. And beyond it, well, in order to save time, we have a helicopter out there looking over that big valley.
Roy?
Yes, Johnny?
You know, over the years, I've investigated an awful lot of disappearances.
Yeah?
And you would be surprised at how many people disappear deliberately, just to get away from things once and for all.
But leave behind that beautiful wife he's so jealous of? And his share of a prosperous business?
It is a possibility, though, isn't it?
Well... Oh, that may be for me. I told the operator I'd be here. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Where? Okay. Leave it there. Have him go back and pick me up at the port.
As I started to say, it is possible, Roy.
Not anymore, Johnny.
Oh?
The copter just found Bartley Harmon out there beyond Old Ironside. Or rather, they found his body.
We got to the airport on the edge of San Berdoo in less than 20 minutes. The copter was already there and waiting for us. We piled in, took off, and headed back to Crestline, then past it, then circled the cold gray peak that was called Old Ironside. Beyond it was a long, narrow valley, edged on both sides by a heavy growth of timber, and 100 yards or so from the tree line, out in the open, there on the cold, dry snow, lay the body of Bartley Harmon.
I don't see any mark where you landed this crate, Steve.
I didn't try to land, sir. Just took her down low enough to make a positive ID, then got on the horn and reported in. They told me to run back to Berdoo and pick you up, sir.
Looks to me as though you may have got down there too close.
What, sir?
I mean, this chopper apparently blew a lot of snow on top of it. Hope it didn't cover any clues.
Sorry, sir.
Clues, Roy? Now find a spot to land us up there ahead of it.
Right, sir.
I can't help wondering what Harmon was doing way out here and alone.
Oh, he and Wrightson believes that old legend about a cave full of gold out in this valley. Often came to look for it. You know, while his wife was busy skiing or skating or tobogganing.
With his bad heart, Roy?
Well, actually, it's only a mile or so from the lodge, so I guess he figured it wouldn't be too much for him. Looks like he figured wrong, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of knocks my theories into a cocked hat, too.
You've given up the idea of murder?
Yep. Set us down here anywhere, Steve.
Right, sir.
And we shall see what we shall see.
What we saw down there was more than we'd bargained for. The body was that of Bartley Harmon, all right, and there wasn't a mark on it. It looked as though the old boy, overextending himself at that high altitude, had simply had his heart give out on him. Until we found two things. One, another set of footprints leading to the spot. Much smaller prints that could have been made by a woman's snow boots. And second, beside them there in the snow, a cigarette butt with lipstick on it.
Looks to me, Johnny, like this settles it. In spite of her alibi. Nora Harmon.
Alibi, Roy?
That she was over in Arrowhead Village shopping when he took his little walk out here.
Anybody try to check up on it?
Yeah, but nothing really definite either way.
Well, then that doesn't prove that she did this, Roy, that she or anybody else did anything.
You mean because of no marks on the body?
That's right. And, Roy, there's something about this whole setup that... I don't know. I don't know.
Let's face it, Johnny. Why'd she say she was in Arrowhead when she was really out here with him?
Well, was she?
And who else had such a motive?
Did Elmer Wrightson have an alibi, too?
Asleep in his room all that afternoon? And no reason to doubt him.
I wonder.
But Johnny, the footprints. And more important, this cigarette butt with a lipstick. If a lab test shows it to be the same kind that she uses... Steve.
Yes, sir?
When you and Mr. Dollar haul the body into San Bernardino for the autopsy, have Doc Hanley analyze the lipstick on this cigarette, too. Have him do that first.
While we take the body in?
I want to follow those two sets of footprints back to the lodge. I'll meet you there, okay? What's the matter, Johnny?
Oh, nothing, Roy. It's just that... Well, if we've overlooked something out here...
Yeah? Like what?
No, forget it. Come on, Steve. Let's get the body aboard.
Yes, sir.
Doc Hanley told me that the lipstick was quite unusual. While he went ahead with the autopsy, I had Steve drive me up to the lodge. A $5 tip to a light-fingered bellboy got me one of Nora Harmon's lipsticks out of her room. When I got back and showed it to Hanley, he was certain it was the same as that on the cigarette. As for the result of his autopsy...
Beaten to death, Mr. Dollar.
Without a single mark on him?
There were several intestinal and mesentery perforations, blood in the peritoneal cavity.
So?
You saw no external bruises because death occurred so quickly, the blood stopped circulating immediately. And without circulation, there can be no hemorrhage into the tissues. A little-known fact, my boy.
I see. So it looks then as though Roy may have been right in spite of this hunch of mine.
Hunch? In this modern day and age, don't be ridiculous, my boy. Look at the facts. She not only had the motive, but if I understand correctly, is physically capable of such an action. And with the cigarette butt as proof that she was out there with him, yeah, I'll phone Roy Turner at the lodge and tell him to charge her with murder.
I wonder, though.
Wonder? Why? What's there to wonder about?
Well, Doc, unless she is pretty stupid.
Well, I'm certain from what I've heard about her that she isn't. Far from it.
Then why leave such obvious, incriminating tracks? Both the footprints and the cigarette.
My boy, even the cleverest of criminals sometimes overlook little things like that.
Little things? Doc, this is more like leaving a couple of neon signs. I'd better get back to the lodge.
To assist Roy with the arrest?
Maybe to keep him from arresting the wrong person. As I walked into my room at the lodge, Roy was just hanging up the phone.
Okay. Okay, Doc. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I'll bring her in right away.
Roy, before you do that...
Yeah, I know, Johnny. The doc told me what you said to him, and I agree with you. It was pretty foolish for her to leave such obvious signposts. Not at all like her.
Okay, then.
But following up those sets of tracks out there really clinched it.
How do you mean?
Oh, he went for his little walk in the snow alone, all right, but she followed him. And every time he stopped to rest, she also stopped, but a couple of 100 yards behind him and well hidden by the trees. And more important, Johnny...
Yeah?
Every time she stopped, she lit up and smoked one of those cigarettes. And they are the same brand she uses. I've checked on it. Then, when he took off again, she dropped the butt in the snow and followed him again. Until finally, when she had him far enough away to be safe... Bango.
Now, wait a minute.
One other little thing, too, Johnny.
Roy.
While you were down there in San Bernardino, I compared those footprints with a pair of Nora's shoes. Same type and size.
Wait a minute, will you?
Well?
Roy, it has finally got through this thick skull of mine. The butt. The cigarette butt we found by the body. Before you picked it up.
Yeah, what about it, Johnny?
Listen, did you find some more out there?
Several, just further proof.
Did you leave any of them laying around out there?
Well, sure. One or two are all I need for evidence.
All right, come on. We're going out there and look at them.
What?
Yes. Unless you can visualize exactly what that first one looked like lying there beside the body.
Well, I don't know.
Because I can. And, Roy, before you do anything foolish like arresting Nora Harmon, you better have a look at some of those others. Now, come on.
The first place she stopped is just ahead.
Good. Glad it hasn't snowed for a while.
But I still think this is a kind of silly waste of time, Johnny.
And I tell you that both of us ought to be shot for not having been more observant.
You still haven't told me what this miraculous inspiration is that... Oh, here we are. And you see? That butt lying there with that same lipstick on it. Here, I'll take it along.
No, don't touch it.
Huh?
Just take a good look at it, Roy. Don't you see? It wasn't crushed out. It was simply dropped there on top of the snow.
Well, sure, so what?
Then what put it out?
Well, the snow. What else?
Did it?
What do you mean?
If that cigarette was still burning when it was dropped here on the snow, don't you see, Roy? Don't you see? It would have melted some of the snow while it was going out.
Wait a minute, Johnny. You're right.
Of course I am. All those butts you found were smoked and put out somewhere else. No doubt by Nora Harmon because of the lipstick. Then somebody else carefully picked them up and saved them. And for only one reason, Roy, to plant them out here beside these footprints.
Wrightson?
Right. Elmer Wrightson, the only other person with a motive.
But the footprints from her shoes.
Didn't you say that she's a big girl? And that Elmer is a little shrimp?
Yeah. And if he wears a snow boot like hers, we've got him. But if he doesn't, Johnny?
Didn't you also say that she has a whole trunk full with her?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't she have at least a couple of pairs of snow boots?
Sure, I've seen them myself.
Any reason, then, why he couldn't have borrowed a pair of hers and then put them back?
Yeah, but if he didn't, Johnny...
Well, let's try it, Roy. Let's try the Cinderella bit on him, Only it'll be, Cinder Elmer. We'll make him put on a pair of her snow boots, and if they fit... Well, are you game to try it?
Nothing to lose, Johnny. Let's go.
Her snow boots fit him all right. And little old Cinder Elmer, the dumb jerk should have known better. He should have made us come up with some really concrete evidence. But luckily for us, Elmer just broke down and confessed to the whole bit. So, once again, it's up to the courts. Expense account total, including the trip home, $377.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the cleverest cover-ups for a firebug I've ever seen. And believe me, I've seen plenty. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Cliff Carpenter as Sheriff Roy Turner, Eugene Francis as Charles Warren, Bob Dryden as Dr. Hanley, and Jim Stevens as the helicopter pilot. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Stuart Metz speaking. Enjoy the Gary Moore Show weekdays on the CBS Radio Network.
At Rule 59 on your Tri-Cities dial, this is WROW Music in Albany, New York.
A newcomer in town can feel mighty lonesome. Welcome Wagon hostesses make these newcomers feel wanted when they make their cordial Welcome Wagon visits. Their baskets contain useful gifts from civic-minded businessmen, invitations to participate in varied social and volunteer activities of the many civic agencies in the community. In addition, every Welcome Wagon call recipient in the greater Albany or Schenectady areas, as well as Delmar, Latham, or Scotia, is invited to attend the local Welcome Wagon Club. This is an organization of newcomers all anxious to make friends. Various Welcome Wagon clubs vary from 30 to 150 members who meet monthly. Their interests include bowling, golf, cars, handcraft, and dancing. You can help to make your new neighbor feel at home. Call State 59640 today and make your neighbor eligible for the many opportunities in a Welcome Wagon Club. Remember, State 59640.
Johnny Dollar.
Like to hop aboard the next plane headed for the mighty sovereign state of Texas?
Why not? And who dat?
Jack Price here in Corpus Christi.
Oh, hiya, Jackson.
How about it?
Well, you know I like that town of yours, Jack. I always have. But unless your company plans to pay the freight, forget it. I can't afford it.
Now, you don't think for 1 minute I'd be inviting a character like you down here on just a social call?
Why not? I'm a very sociable fella.
Oh, sure. Especially when you're on expense account.
Naturally.
Or when your investigation saves us a lot of money and you can pick up a nice commission for it.
Sure.
But this time, pal, there's no way you can save us anything. As a matter of fact, if what I suspect is true, you'll only cost us money.
Now, that doesn't make much sense.
Doesn't it?
Well, does it?
Why don't you come down here and see?
On expense account?
Yeah, on expense account. But no extras.
Bare minimum expense account.
Right.
No chance of a commission.
None.
But maybe just a nice little service fee, just for old time's sake?
No.
Oh, now, Jackson, listen, do you really think I'd accept an assignment like that from you, of all people?
I cannot tell a lie, Johnny. I think you would.
You want to know something, pal?
Yeah.
You're right.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-Western Life Insurance Company, Corpus Christi office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Ike and Mike matter. Expense account item 1, $5.65 for a taxi out to Bradley Field. As for item 2, well, in spite of this demand for economy, I'm sure the company treasurer won't object to my not thumbing my way to Corpus Christi. So item 2 is $122.23 for a plane ticket. But to make up for it, after I got there, instead of a taxi, I took the airport limousine to the Robert Driscoll Hotel. That's item 3, $1.35. There I got myself a room, not a suite, mind you, and unpacked my bags.
Yeah, who is it?
What do you mean, who is it? Come on, open up.
Jackson, come in.
Hi, Johnny.
Now, don't tell me you came around to make sure I didn't take too expensive a room. Sit down.
Thanks.
It's getting close to dinner time, Jack. Why don't I order up a couple of drinks?
No, listen, Johnny. You'd better not.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you were that serious about holding down on the expenses.
Well, I was and I wasn't, but something's happened since I talked to you on the phone.
Oh? Like what?
Well, what I mean is that's too late now.
Too late for what?
For you to do what I wanted you to do down here to see if you could do.
What are you talking about?
That is to say, look into this thing and see if I wasn't right about thinking maybe the best thing to do would be just to cancel the policy.
What policy?
I mean because of what happened just a few hours ago after I called you.
Look, Jackson, this bush you're beating around is getting pretty big. What policy? To whom and for how much? And what's the matter with it?
Okay. Straight life, Johnny. $25,000, and with the standard double indemnity clause.
Yes, I know, for accidental death.
Yes, darn it.
Well, who's the insured?
Well, Johnny, do you remember a character by the name of Lou Livercombe?
No, I can't say that. Wait a minute. Little Louis Livercombe, that slippery old stock promoter I chased all over the country a couple of years ago?
Yes.
And finally caught up with only to have a fast-talking mouthpiece get him off scot-free?
The same.
Oh, Jackson, don't tell me you issued a policy to a crook like Little Louis.
No, I didn't. At least give me credit for some sense. But one of the boys in the office, a new kid, sold this policy to a Mr. Isaac Prellinger, better known around the local pool halls as Smarty Ike. And that nickname is a pretty good description of him. No visible means of support, just a smart, fast-talking bum recently in from San Antone.
$25,000 policy,
Yeah. When I found out about it, I didn't like it, but, well, I let it go through. Then, this morning, in a routine checkup, I found out who he named as beneficiary.
Livercombe?
Livercombe.
No kidding.
No kidding. And when the wheels began to turn in this so-called brain of mine, I mean, the fact that Ike bought a policy that big, though he apparently didn't have much dough.
So maybe Livercombe put up the money for it on condition that he be named beneficiary with the idea of having him knocked off.
Yes.
And it wouldn't be the first time a crook like Louis tried to caper like that.
But until I could be sure it's the same Livercombe, and the address we have for him is out in Eugene, Oregon.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Boy, then he did clear out of where he'd been working when I caught up with him.
Well, anyhow, that's why I called you. I figured if it is the same Livercombe, if you could find some evidence that he was paying for Ike's policy and planning to pull a fast one on us...
And on Ike Prellinger.
You're right. Then I'd have sufficient reason to cancel out the policy.
Okay, Jackson. Let me get some dinner and a good night's sleep.
No, Johnny.
And I'll run out there to Oregon. Did you say no?
It's too late. The dumpy little shack over on West Maple Street where he lived alone.
Yeah, what about it?
Just a few hours ago. Burned to the ground.
Oh?
And Ike Prellinger was in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're sure? Firemen, authorities, they're sure it was Prellinger's body they found there in the remains of the fire?
No question of it, Johnny.
Who identified it, Jack?
I did. And I checked against the description on his policy.
Oh, well, that's a pretty complete description.
Oh, Tri-Western really goes overboard on that, Johnny. Not only a complete physical and medical history, but pictures, x-rays, the works.
I know.
And then just to make doubly sure, I had the lad who sold him the policy go over and take a look. So there's no question of it. The man who died in that fire was Ike Prellinger. So now we'll have to pay off to this Louis Livercombe. Like I said, Johnny, you got here too late.
Maybe.
What can you do about it now?
What started the fire?
You remember Pete Frawley.
The arson squad?
Yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, I know.
Pete says it was accidental and typical. Ike got himself drunk, fell on the bed with a lighted cigarette. First went the mattress, then everything else, including him.
And Pete is sure of that?
He's already made out and signed his report.
Oh, he should know.
He does.
Well, I think I'll talk to him anyhow.
By all means. And I know what you're thinking. If this beneficiary is the same Louis Livercombe...
There almost has to be something fishy. Jack, how about if I rent a car and then meet you over at your office?
You want me to have Pete Frawley over there?
No, I'll dig him up at headquarters. But first, I'd like a look at the policy involved on this one. Okay?
Okay, Johnny. Anything you say.
Item 4, $1.85 for a quick bite in the Robert Driscoll coffee shop. Item 5, $50 deposit on a rental car. Then over at Jack's office, despite the late hour, I took a long, careful look at the policy on Ike Prellinger, especially at the description of him. Jack was right. Tri-Western does do a thorough job. Pete Frawley, the arson squad, had gone home for the night, but didn't hesitate a minute to get out of his robe and slippers, put on his shoes, and meet me at headquarters. We paid a visit to the morgue.
Well, there you are, Dollar. Pretty badly burned, no features left, but there's no doubt it's Ike Prellinger. Same height, weight, teeth, build, general characteristics, everything.
Mm-hmm. Including fingerprints?
From this? No, impossible.
Oh?
But, Dollar, I checked him out against the description on the insurance policy, and so did Doc Wyman, the coroner. It's about as positive an ID as we could want. And that young fellow who sold him the policy was sure of it, too. Even he identified the finger ring and the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Even old Jerry Deeks was certain.
Who's Jerry Deeks?
He runs a pool parlor where Ike used to hang around. Well, you want me to fold down this sheet for a better look at him?
No, don't bother. What about an autopsy, Pete?
Now, you don't think I'd have made out my report before Doc Wyman did his autopsy. No, Dollar, this is Ike, all right, and there is no doubt about it.
Jack Price tells me you said the fire was accidental.
If you mean any signs of arson, the answer is no. There were none whatsoever. Only all the usual, typical signs of what actually happened.
What do you mean, Pete?
Well, a flock of empty whiskey bottles around. One of them that dropped out of his hand when he lay down on his bed, same as I've seen it 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I was even able to isolate the ashes from the cigarette he'd had in his hand that set off the mattress at the point the fire actually originated.
Now, wait a minute, Pete.
Yeah, what?
I have reason to suspect that somebody might have wanted to kill him, to collect his insurance, and tried to use the fire as a cover-up.
Yeah, I thought of that, too. But Doc Wyman found absolutely no sign of injury nor any poison in his system. What's more, Dollar, he wasn't killed before the fire because there were signs of smoke in the lungs. And I mean plenty.
Of course, Pete,
Yeah? What is it, Dollar?
Well, I mean, if somebody smothered him, with a pillow or something, that would leave no marks.
Before the fire?
Yeah.
Well, did you miss my point? Then there wouldn't have been smoke in the lungs.
Oh, wait a minute. He would have passed out before he stopped breathing entirely, wouldn't he?
Yeah, possibly.
In other words, a killer could have smothered him just enough to make him unconscious, then started the fire, let him get his lungs full, and, then the fire would have finished the job.
Aren't you reaching a little bit, Dollar?
Maybe so, maybe no.
Well, I mean, unless you can somehow turn up some evidence that he was murdered.
No, it's just a hunch, but a potent one.
Well, I know that neither Doc Wyman nor I could find anything to indicate it, and believe me, Dollar, I tried. I mean, I have just as suspicious a mind as you have.
Okay, Pete.
So, you want to look at the autopsy report? I'm sure Doc wouldn't mind. You want me to ask him?
No, don't bother.
But why? Well, I mean, why this powerful hunch?
Oh, because of a man I chased halfway across the country a couple of years ago, who now lives in Oregon.
I don't get it.
He is the beneficiary of Ike's policy.
I still don't get it.
I think maybe I better fly on out there and pay him a visit. First, though, I drove around to Jerry Deeks' pool room. Just why, I'm not sure now that I stopped to think about it. But you know something? It was Jerry Deeks who convinced me beyond the shadow of a doubt that my hunch was right. 100%.
What he done for a living, Mr. Dollar?
Yes, Mr. Deeks.
Anything Ike Prellinger made, he made right here. Yes, sir.
You mean with a pool cue?
One of the steadiest shots I ever see. Most consistent, too. Yes, sir.
In spite of the way he liked his liquor?
Ike, liquor never would touch it.
You sure of that?
No, sir. Never touched it, son. I know.
Well, how do you know?
Well, I tried to give him some once, like a sort of present for the way that he's brought a lot of customers in here. Said no, he did. Said such stuff was nothing but poison.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. For what?
You may not know it, but you've said one word to me loud and clear.
Now, what's that, sir?
Murder.
It's a welcome change sometimes to have neighbors drop in unexpectedly for a visit. Weekdays here on the CBS Radio Network, we have a group of friendly folks who like to drop in on you, cheer your day along, and never once get in the way. They're Arthur Godfrey, Art Linkletter, Gary Moore, Bing Crosby, and Rosemary Clooney, CBS Radio's daytime stars. Every weekday, they furnish fun and frolic mixed with music at this lilting location on your radio dial. Tune in the daytime stars. They're good company.
Although it was now quite late. Item 6 is 10 cents for a phone call to Jack Price at his home.
What? You still out and circulating around?
I sure am, Jackson.
Why don't you get some sleep? Hey, what's up?
As soon as I can, I'm heading out to Eugene, Oregon.
To check up on that beneficiary?
Yep, among other things.
What do you mean, other things?
In the first place, I'm sure now that we have a murder case on our hands.
Ike was murdered, then?
Oh, I didn't say that.
What do you mean?
Just got me a wild idea, Jackson. You remember that old saying, Ike and Mike, they look alike?
Well, sure, but...
Well, just
what?
give that a thought while you're driving over to your office to meet me. 20 minutes later, in Jack's office, I took another look at Ike Pellinger's policy. I also went over the original application for it, and particularly the medical report and the x-rays.
Well?
Okay, Jackson. Now, if you don't mind, I'll use this phone.
Sure, go ahead, Johnny. Help yourself. But you still haven't told me what you meant by the Ike and Mike bit.
Just a hunch. But if it's a right one, there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Well, like what, for instance?
Like the possibility, for instance... Hello?
Hello?
Johnny Dollar, Pete.
Oh, what? Don't tell me you got on out there to Oregon already.
No, but listen, I'll call you from there sometime in the morning. In the meantime...
And you still think it was murder, huh?
Now I'm sure of it. You found some bottles in the remains of that fire, and that made you think Ike had got drunk and made that typical mistake of setting off his mattress with a lighted cigarette.
Well, I still think that's what happened.
In spite of the fact he never touched the stuff?
Yes, sir, in spite of the... What did you say?
You heard me. Listen, I've just looked over the x-rays on Ike Pellinger. First thing in the morning, at the crack of dawn, get your Doc Wyman to do a further autopsy on that stiff.
A further?
Yes. Have him look for marks from an old fracture of the first metatarsal on the right foot.
Oh, why?
If he doesn't find any, then you get busy and phone a complete description of Ike to the Missing Persons Bureau up in San Antonio. That's where Ike lived one time before he came here.
You think they might be looking for him?
For him? No.
Then I don't get it.
But if that description ties in with somebody who is missing from up there... listen, Pete.
Yeah?
If it doesn't, then you'll have to try every other town in Texas if necessary until somebody does recognize that description. And if the name turns out to be Mike somebody or other...
I still don't get it.
Just do it, Pete. Call Missing Persons Bureau until you get a positive reaction to that description. I'll phone you tomorrow from Eugene, Oregon. All right, now, Jack, I got to get me on out to the airport and see what kind of connections I can make. The connections I could make were anything but good. Item 7 is $199.75, and my routing took me to Houston, to Los Angeles, to Portland, and then finally Eugene. Because of the stopover at every point, it was well into the next morning by the time I got there. Item 8, $12.50 for a cab to Lou Livercomb's place off Deming Road, out beyond the Fernridge Reservoir. It was the kind of modest, well-kept sort of home you'd expect a retired country gentleman to live in, rather than a crook. The reason for that high taxi charge is because I asked the cabbie to wait for me. Remember that. As for Livercombe, he was the same suave, slippery old character I'd known 2 years before.
Yes, I heard from an old contact of mine that Ike Prellinger died down there in Corpus Christi. Too bad, darling. He was an old friend of mine.
Yes, so I understand.
As a matter of fact, he made me the beneficiary of his insurance. I've already mailed in a claim.
Why did he name you, Livercombe?
Why not? We used to work together, Ike and I.
You still working together?
Don't be ridiculous, Dollar. How could we be if he's dead?
Tell me, where have you been the past couple of days?
Right here. I haven't gone out beyond the mailbox for nearly a week.
Mm-hmm. Can you prove that?
Yes, I can prove it. Ask my next-door neighbor, old Morgan. I've seen and talked with him 2 or 3 times every day. And Mrs. Teller on the other side. I helped her gather in some wood yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning, huh?
Yes. Yesterday afternoon, she brought me over an apple pie she'd made.
All of which makes a nicely set-up alibi for you, doesn't it?
Now, look here, Dollar. I don't know what you're getting at, but if you think you can tie me in with Prellinger's getting knocked off...
Did I say that?
Didn't you learn a couple of years ago that when you try to pin something on me, all you're going to do is fall flat on your face?
Suppose we see. Mind if I use your phone? Well?
Go ahead.
Thanks. The call was to Pete Frawley at police headquarters back in Corpus Christi. And the result of Dr. Wyman's further autopsy and Pete's call to San Antonio?
Dollar, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, Pete.
No broken bone in the foot of that stiff, so your hunch was right. It wasn't Ike Prellinger at all. It was somebody who was a dead ringer for him.
Taken there, planted there by Ike?
Well, that we can't be sure of. Anyway, not yet.
I'm sure of it.
But now listen. Like you suggested, I called the MPB in San Antone. Now, the missing man on their list fitted Ike's description perfectly. His name was Mike Ringler. So how you figured that one, I'll never know.
All right. Now, do you see what it means, Pete?
No, you tell me.
When Ike found that he had a double there in San Antonio, it gave him an idea. So he moved down to Corpus to carry it out.
What was it?
He got in touch with and made a deal with his old colleague in crime, Lou Livercombe, out here in Eugene. If Lou would pay the premium on a nice hunk of insurance, then when he supposedly died, they could split it. In this case, with double indemnity, a total of $50,000.
Well, I'm a son of a gun.
It's an old one, but it's worked more than once.
Now, wait. We still have to round up Ike Prellinger.
Don't give that a second thought, Pete. I'll simply make the most of Lou's hospitality here in his home for a while.
You'll what?
For just as long as necessary.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Then when Ike arrives to pick up his cut of the insurance money, he thinks, well, Pete, I'll be right here and ready and waiting.
Okay, buddy. Hang it up. Hang it up, I said.
Johnny?
You hear me? You see this?
I'll, talk to you later, Pete. Well, Ike Prellinger,
That's right. Who are you? Who is he, Lou?
Don't you know him? That's Johnny Dollar, the insurance detective.
Oh, it is, huh? Well, Dollar, you won't be talking to anybody. Not later, not any time. You see this?
Haven't you made enough mistakes already, Ike?
Plug him, Ike. Let him have it.
All right, Lou. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Now, listen, mister.
Cabby!
Hey, out of my way.
Hey, what's going on?
Look out, Cabby. Watch him.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh,
And now you, Lou.
Holy mother. Wow.
Thanks, Cabby, for barging in the door that way and throwing him off balance.
Wowee. What you done to him? Say, what goes, anyhow?
Plenty. I'll tell you all about it while we drive these babies into police headquarters. Yep. It was good hunting. Not only because Ike will have to pay for the murder of Mike Ringler, but more important to me, because Lou Livercombe is finally ending up where he belongs. Behind bars. Expense account total? Oh, why don't you figure it up, Jackson? And don't forget my commission on the insurance that won't have to be paid out. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, only the shadow of a doubt locks up the case for me. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were William Redfield as Pete Frawley, Maurice Tarplin as Jack Price, Reynold Osborne as Louis Livercombe, Lawson Zerby as Beeks, Ralph Bell as Ike Prellinger, and Bill Lipton as the cab driver. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Bill Gillian speaking. If someone you know has had an accident or an operation, the chances are he was given blood or blood plasma to prevent shock or to replace lost blood. Or perhaps one of your children came down with the measles and was given a shot of gamma globulin. That required blood for its manufacture. Whenever emergency arises in accidents, operations, or disasters, blood is urgently needed. And there's no time to get it after the emergency arises. It must be there, always ready for immediate use. The agency that collects the blood for our military and civilian hospitals and keeps blood banks all over the country well stocked is the Red Cross. This is only one of the countless invaluable services performed by this wonderful organization. One of the ways in which you can help the Red Cross is by giving blood regularly. There are many other ways you can help, too, doing various kinds of other useful volunteer jobs. Right now, during Red Cross Month, join and serve and help the Red Cross stay on the job for you.